Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Flooring Models live show. Here we are with you Saturday morning, bright and sunny. Well, it is here. I don't know where the rest of you are like, but it is here. It's very nice. With you on the 17th of August, 2024. It's good, actually, because we have been doing these one a month. And Luna's just walked in.
I saw the door opening on its own.
And then I just saw the tail coming along.
Say hello, because you're going out.
Say hello. That's it.
Say
Special
hello.
guest star. That's what everyone's here to see, clearly.
Yeah.
Bless. Anyway, trust you're all doing very well at home and you're all good. We're going to be with you for the next couple of hours, doing a little bit of modelling, doing a little bit of chatting, answering your questions. If you've got anything to say, post them up. Don't forget, if we don't answer your question in the chat, it's nothing personal, it's just we haven't seen it. It moves very quickly. And every time we do this, I get a message afterwards saying, you didn't do my question. But honestly, it's one of those things. It's always revolving and moving. And if we're working as well, or I'm on different screens, don't always see it. So it's nothing personal. We're not avoiding them or skipping them or ignoring you. It's just we haven't seen it. So just keep banging them in and we will get to them. All right. We're not like other channels that charge you, innit? Have you seen the ones that you can pay for your question to stay there longer? I think we should have that.
I've not seen that. No, I know there is a super chat. Is it super chat?
Yes,
where you can
super chat.
pay.
Yes, fair enough. Anyway, can we just have a quick check that we're good, that everyone can hear us and everything is okay? Because I've got a thing on my screen that's saying current bitrate seems lower than recommended. This may affect your quality. Don't know if it is or not, but I think we should be absolutely fine.
Before we get going, can I just answer Grant Hewitt said before we lose it, I'm using standard, it keeps moving, standard density AK magnet for his photo etch. Is that right? Yeah, that's fine, mate. No problem at all.
Sounds seems good.
Yeah.
Good. All good. Right, we're all good. That's all right. I'll take no notice of that little pop-up. That's okay. Anyway, right. So, how's everyone been this week? Have a quick run round. Matthew, how are you and Luna?
We're all right, thank you. Yeah, I think I've got my assistant's dog today all of a sudden.
Clearly. You need a special lanyard.
I was going to say, she's got nobody else to bother, so she's here with me. Yeah, actually, all right. No, very productive week. Busy from one shop to another still, because the post office is still, not sorted me address out.
Pickups,
for pickup, but yeah, no, busy to be honest. We've had a lot of stuff in, a lot of stuff going out, and as I don't know if you can see behind me, my felt tip pens are turned up. Look,
the crayons are in.
So Andy's invoice down. We got a load out yesterday. The rest have got out on Monday. So they're in, and Phil will get his in as well. Get him sent out for Monday as well. So,
cool.
So yeah, the AK markers are up and up for sale on the site as well. So we've got the singles in and a couple of sets left to be honest. We've got many sets, but we'll probably have a restock of them next time we do a restock of AK. So we're interested to see what they are like, I think, wouldn't it?
Yes. Yeah, well, no,
reviews
definitely.
on them online, but we'll, test it.
Most of them are by AK. Have you noticed that? But a lot of the reviews out there are actually AK's own things. They've got people doing them from all around the world, but it's their own people. And it's like, okay, interesting way of doing it. And obviously I have sent them out to a lot of people, clearly not me because they don't love us anymore. So I remember the good old days when I used to get it. But I think what it was, once they sent me a T-shirt and I refused to wear it.
That's it.
Unlike everybody else who wore the T-shirt. So I was like, no, branding. So
you're off their Christmas card list.
That's it. I'm off the Christmas card list anymore, so I don't get anything out of them, which is amazing because we buy a shed load out of them through PM. Yeah. So that's probably why now they think, well, they've got it coming anyway. So
fine. But yeah,
not loved anymore.
So how many's in the thing, Andy? How many was it? Did you say
34? I think
34. Actually, it's a nice sturdy box. So as you can see,
look, I can give them a quick show here. Look,
there you go. Look on the side. There you go. So lots of packaging that you're going to throw away and just stick them in a cup like I do, or a mug.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not.
Yes, that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, so there we go. You've got all the individuals as well. We've got them all in. So if you don't want to, obviously make the jumps, it's quite expensive at 70 quid for the set. But if you do want to have a go at it, they're just £2 each, really. So yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Acrylic marker for modelling, matte finish, fast dry, and waterproof.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Jeez.
So there you go. Yes, there we go. We've got a section down in here. If I just take them to it, look, we've got a bit of a section with them down in there. So it's got its own little bit if you fancy grabbing any of those ones. which I must admit I'm really, really looking forward to seeing. From what I've seen, pretty much like all you've seen, they look very, very similar to how Posca pen works. And, you know, I'm a bit of a fanboy of these and been pushing them for a while now. You know, to be honest, I even did the back end of tail turret with it. Just coloured it in.
They are going to be useful, to be honest. I tell you what, there's been a real sort of like burst of these sort of pens out in the art world. Loads of people are doing them, because some guys I follow on YouTube who, you know, do drawings and obviously, you know, artists and stuff, and they do tests with different ones, because obviously the Posca ones, but there's a load of others as well, and it seems
Winsor and Newton do them as well.
Winsor and Newton, there's a lot of high end ones, but a lot of cheap ones you can get off Amazon as well, sets. And I think, to be honest, I think my daughter's got some, to be honest, for when she was doing some art. But again, they're on that sort of, you know, that sort of thing that, but obviously colours we need.
Yes, that's
military colours and not
thing,
art colours. It's that crossover. So I think actually they're quite a useful addition. And actually, why everybody's on, because you do get a little pamphlet. I got a load of these when they obviously sent it. So, you know, how to use them and what you can do with them and all that sort of stuff. But we was looking earlier. What is that cockpit off?
Yeah.
Mystery.
Just bring it up a lot closer, Matt, because it's a bit difficult to actually.
We couldn't work it out. Is that better?
It's
going to be something really obvious. I just can't think.
I reckon it may be that thing we were talking about, but it looks too detailed for that kit. For the Revell, what is it? The C46?
The Skymaster or
Skymaster, whatever it is.
I don't know, because I don't know what the cockpit's like on one of them, but it's obviously
the Marauder have a bit behind.
No, because this has got like seat belts. It's got passenger bits, look.
Yeah.
Not a bomber, as in.
Oh, the passenger. All right, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, it's a passenger. Well, you know, troop carrier or whatever. Yeah. So. No, is anybody in chat piped up?
Yeah, well, they're saying Dakota, but I don't think it is, because Dakotas don't have a section behind the cockpit like that.
No, and for the navigator, no.
So,
not that big. It's a bit of a mystery, that one, isn't it?
It is a mystery, that one. I'd like to know that one. Answers on a postcard if you're watching this on catch up.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, somebody will know.
The McIntyre says DC4.
A what?
DC4.
A DC4, could be a DC4. Oh, the dog's on my lap. And also I've been building my 110.
Ooh, back on the 110.
Yeah. Do you know what? I can't recommend this kit enough, to be perfectly honest. It's absolutely brilliant. Very modular, but it all actually fits. All fits. All the bottom plates on and all that, and it's really detailed. Again, I added a Quinta cockpit set, which I think is obviously livened that up. But the actual fit is brilliant. And there's the I'm doing the engines and the wheel well and stuff, which just slot in to the bottom. I've got all the cowlings here. The nose is done and the nose fits on. It just clipped into place. There's no, because obviously it's a Dragon kit, which is the Revell boxing. This one is, and we were mentioning it before. Hobby 2000 have reboxed it as well in a couple of versions. But yeah, really enjoying it. So it's been in a bit of cold storage, hasn't it, to be honest, for about 12 months. I'll dig it out. But yeah, I don't know if that's the right one. Let's see if I've got the right one. Probably not. No, you get two to choose from, but that just slots in. There's a couple of tabs, and I've got the right one, or did I? No, I did have the right one. Let me just get the right one back in. There we go. And it just drops in. Obviously, the undercarriage leg is not, but the fits. Engineering fits really good. Obviously, a bit of a mistake as usual on the instructions. You've got to watch out for when you're building the undercarriage. But if you skip on a couple of bits, you can work out it's this strut here where they've got you mounting it on the on the instructions. It just doesn't make any sense. So if you skip back a bit, it does then. So, but yeah. So quite enjoying that. Back on it. Look, I ain't done much more on the Spitfire, to be honest. I was cleaning up the wings and still cleaning bits up because it's a bit flashy and a bit, bit old school, shall we say. So I thought I'd drop back onto this.
Very
so there
nice.
we go.
Apparently, it is the Dakota.
Is it really?
Dakota.
Must be a later one then with a thing in there. Apparently it's the Airfix Dakota. Hobby Time says he's building it at the moment. And also it's on the Trumpeter 48 scale one like that as well.
Well, there you go. It's a C47 then, is it?
Mm.
There you go.
See, who knew?
We know now, don't we? We know now. But I have made a purchase.
Oh God, what's you bought now?
I've been resisting, right? And thinking it's one of them phases that I have where I'll get over it and move on. And I can't.
Right.
It's just been there's actually two kits. There's two kits, and I'll show you the one I picked up because it's actually on offer. One of them.
Oh God, he has done it.
One of them. Now for people who know this kit, it's not brilliant, as in, you know, accuracy wise and stuff. There's a lot of mistakes, but I'm just going to build as is. I've got a little bit to add to the cockpit, but I do like an A26, and the other one was actually the P61, the big one.
I'm going to build that. I'm going to build as is. I've got a little bit to add to the cockpit.
Yeah, well, the cockpit you'll see, but I mean, it's
printing 3D printing the engine. The wheels.
Well, they have, because the engines are crap.
Yes.
It needs new engines, but I can print them off. To be honest, there is files for the proper engine, so I will upgrade the engine. But some of it's major correction work to make it a proper accurate.
Yeah.
But till that's too short. But yeah, I've been umming and ahhing for a while about one. And
have you never owned one before?
I think I did, and then we sold it.
Yeah, I think I had one.
I did have the other one. I think I had the B, because this is obviously the C, isn't it? We did have the B in because it was, you know, they sell them off cheap on a certain website, don't they? I thought, yeah, why not? Don't know
Very nice. Yeah.
But who cares? I'm worried about that, you know, when I get round to doing it. But yeah, so it's a lump, isn't it?
It is a lump, very much. Huge.
Phil should review it.
It's all right, bring it down with you when you come down. We'll do it. You can take it back with you.
Probably. We can have a look through it, actually, can't we, and discuss it. But yeah, there is some major inaccuracies with it. But again, I'm not going to be
do you have to be a 12-foot pilot to fly it with long legs like all the others?
I actually don't know with the cockpit. It has actually got the wrong cockpit in it. I think it's got a later like fire bomber one in it. When the wartime one, it's got two seats side by side, and it should only have one and a little jump seat, I think. And there's other. I mean, the wings are in the wrong place. The fuselage is the wrong shape or something. It, you know, if you go looking around, you can soon put yourself off building it. But
yeah, has it got the wingspan on the box? Should have underneath the top.
Probably. Yeah, wingspan is 667 millimeters.
Oh, so it's over 2 foot.
And length is 485 millimeters.
There we go.
It's not going to be small, is it?
No.
But,
there you go, Greg. Would it fit on your shelf?
No. It's a wall hanger, isn't it?
It is definitely a wall hanger, yeah.
But yeah, I keep hanging my nose over their P61 as well. You know, after building the little one, building a big one, you know what I mean? Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. But there's actually, aftermarket wise for that, there's not actually a lot out for it. Not as much as I thought there was, unless it's all been discontinued. And what is out, like, because you're going to see a lot of a cockpit on a P61, aren't you? To be honest, because it's quite a greenhouse. And Avionics do a cockpit, but I can't find one for it, a resin one. I can't even find a dash for it, you know, an instrument panel and IP.
All right.
What would have been, again, somebody would have done one, but apparently not. So yes, so there we go. But I'm going to concentrate on what I'm doing in the present before I start something else. Because I want this done for Telford. That's why I'm back on it. Because it was supposed to be for last year's Telford, weren't it? And that completely failed. So I'm actually going to make an effort for this year. Because bear in mind, it's 3 months away, is it?
Yeah.
Like that.
Just under. Yeah.
We're nearly in September, aren't we? So it's not that far. It's only 4 months till Christmas.
Yeah.
Because we love Christmas.
Paul asked what kit is it, Matt?
This one. This is Revell's boxing of the Dragon ME110, which they did quite a few different flavours of, which is typical Dragon are actually in the box, I think, if you get the right instructions. So you could probably build it and get some aftermarket. But yeah, it's the Dragon kit, really. Really, really, really nice. Really well Dragon engineered, if you want. They're, I know they get sort of battered and stuff for instructions and that, but actually this has been a really nice build. Everything seems to fit, so no major issues so far. Happy days. Just a lot of masking for the clear part soon.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Right, Nathan, how are you? How's it going?
I'm all right. I'm actually doing my Telford build as well. So, this.
That kit.
Yeah.
I've deliberately not used the word lovely in between that kit.
Yeah, I've got a proper Friday afternoon one because it's full of sink marks. I'm doing the scheme B, which is this scheme without the fancy tail.
So that'll be part of the. Is that part of the SIG as well then?
That's for the SIG then. So it's going to be Telford built plus, obviously, one for the scheme B SIG. But this one, I've built this kit a few times, but this one's a proper. This is one of the newer ones, and it's full of sink marks. So yeah, but it should be buildable. So I'm doing my weird build sequence to get a good fit on the intakes. Try and show you. Can you switch the camera over? Else. Lots of people moan that it's unbuildable, etc. So I've got the intakes on the top half here, and they will literally, despite it being a bad one, it does have a perfect fit, and there's no issues, no filling. So it does work still, even though it's a rough one.
Have you ever built one of them before, Nathan?
Yeah. It's just, I mean, it is still like the best Tornado in 48th.
Yeah.
But this kit's 2014-ish now. It's been out a long time. Time's flown, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has time flown. Yeah, it's one of the first builds I built when I moved in here.
Yeah, so despite this being like a bad one, like a proper Friday afternoon job, it is still going to give me, I best take that off, a good build. I'm just going to work away on this one this morning, I think.
Very nice. Well, it'd be nice to see that one coming along together. Definitely. Very good. Right. Okay. Andy.
I've been carrying on working on my
D-Day
build.
Yeah. That one from June.
Yeah, well, I've been to the other one. So, yeah, I've been I painted it ages ago, and then I did the Spitfire. So this one's like now come back out, and it's all sort of like, it's painted and just doing the decals. I'm using furball decals, which are cartograph decals, and wired I'd stop using them. I ain't got a clue because they're fantastic. Really, really are nice. The only problem I've found is I don't think the decals are actually for this kit, which is the Tamiya kit, because the cowling decals don't work. That's the cowling decals I've done.
Right.
The notice is very, very, very shiny, which is for a reason. It's because when they actually match up, they're like that.
Oh, okay.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
They're actually one cube too big.
Sure.
And I think they're probably for the Academy one, which might have a bigger cowling. So I've given it lots and lots of gloss coats. And the plan is to mark it off with tape halfway through and extend the white cubes either side to make so it'll have slightly bigger black and only about, I don't know, say a millimetre too long, each side, white and black cubes. So it'll disguise it, but there's nothing else to do with it. So lots and lots.
It's on the bottom anyway. No, well, it's almost on the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's on the bottom. Yeah,
just photograph it all from the good side. It'd be fine.
Yeah, I will do. But yeah, that was it. And then it's like, just general wise, just like that Matt says, busy with the shop. Lots of invoicing and stuff, and
lots of ins and outs we've had.
Yeah,
so which is good.
Definitely. Right. Well, with me, I've been obviously going through on the Crusader. I keep saying Skyhawk. It's not Crusader, it's Corsair. All right. So again, so we've got the white work on this one. To be honest with you, I'm probably going to put the gold grey on this afternoon, get it on the top and all the rest of it, and then obviously get it deckled early part of next week. Because I do plan to get this one finished before I go away on Friday. So that's the plan for that one. We'll get that one all done. So it's coming along very, very nicely there. And the big talking point at the moment is this little lump still. So this is coming along very, very nicely. We're getting there. So finally, I think we are, the light is, well, we're in daylight now. It's the home run for this now. Apart from I've got to unmask it, which I'm still not brave enough to do. But this afternoon as well is going to get a full satin coat right the way over it. Then obviously it'll get the wash. And then we're going to do a little bit of chipping on it. Then we're going to come in with oil. So we'll use them neat and thinned and all the rest of it to go through it and bring it all to life and everything else like that. So, but thank you for all the kind comments on this one. I had loads of people talking to me about it and saying they would never do it. Don't blame you. I wouldn't do another one either. But yeah, it's all right, actually. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And like I said on yesterday's show, it's one of those things. You build a kit to how you want it to be, and it's not perfect by a long shot. And it's got problems and this and that and the other. But if you look at it on certain angles, and it's funny, actually, because I have been looking at other people who've built this kit as well. And it's funny how you spot things because they're clearly photographing it from certain angles as well. So it hides the problems with this kit. Like, for instance, the port wing is completely out of whack. So if I show you here, if I go on a solo here, if you look at this port wing, hold on, I'll get it right down, you can see, you know, it's literally, so we're talking this one here, it sort of comes up and then it wobbles a bit. It's not square. You can't do it. This one's all right, but this one, yeah, I don't know. It's just completely off and things like that. And also, if you do look at it sort of at an angle, you can't notice it. But if you look, it's actually the tail is bending. It's actually going this way, sorry. It's bending slightly this way. But it's one of those ones. If you're looking at it from angles like this, so when you see and I'm going, yeah, it's a great kit. It's purely because you're hiding the fact that if you could do everything 90 degrees, it's not quite straight. So although we did try and straighten the tail, clearly we didn't do it enough because it is slightly bending off. So if you do put a ruler next to it, you can see by the time it gets to the end, it's probably about 3 or 4 mil. So yeah, but no, it's all right. It's come together. But generally, we've had no problem with the decals. I have got a little bit of silver in, but some of this is my own making. But I'm going to show you about that in a minute. Purely because I didn't gloss it first. I thought, yeah, I'll be all right. Because these decals are really, really nice. They got good colour, they got good coverage, and they bed down beautifully. But over sort of black and things like that, you're always going to get a little bit of silver and going to show through. But anyway, we will tackle that together. But the props are just sat on there at the moment and everything. But next up is to get it into proper weathering. And again, I really enjoyed freehand spraying it. So to be honest with you, I did go back over a lot of this freehand afterwards, just to sort of make it a little bit nicer. I prefer doing freehand to using masking on sort of more weathered ones and things like that. So I think with the black, we're going to chip it and do various bits and pieces. So it'll look the part and everything. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. One of those kits, as I said before on yesterday's show, is it's not a nice kit, but you know, you just make it to how you want it to be. And I'm actually really happy of how it's turned out. It's not perfect, not by a long shot, and I know it's got faults all over it, but I am happy with it. And to be honest, I'm building it for me, well, and the membership, but they're all on my side anyway, so it's good. So yes, so that one's coming together very nicely. I did make a little bit of a faux pas though. I have a confession. So you know that bit where we always talk about using lacquer paints over clear parts, that you can't scrape clean them? That's absolutely correct. But what I did was, let me grab my glasses so I can show. I actually painted this one by hand. And then as it's drying, I then popped in, where's the ones I did? Where's the ones we did? So it's down in here. I popped in, and you can scrape clean them and make them very, very nice. So literally we just popped in here. Anyway, something came up and I had to leave this for literally like half an hour because I had something drop on me important. Then by the time we come back, we can no longer scrape clean this. So it's welded on now and it is never going to come off. All right, so you can scrape clean. So what we're talking about is the bit where you get a cocktail stick and you get a sharp one, and you can come down and you can just scrape clean it all off. But obviously the trouble with lacquers, when they totally go off, they're like enamels. It's just on there now, and it's embedded into the surface of the plastic as well. So you physically cannot scrape clean them. But this guy down in here, we did, and it was all on the bottom. And I actually went across here, we did up here, we did round here, and cleaned it all up very nicely. Something came up, and then obviously I didn't have time to do the rest. And by the time I came back, this is never coming off again. Luckily, though, we do get two. So we will be using this one as a bit of a backup. So I'm just doing the cleanup on it this morning as we wait to go on air. So I've just been sand cleaning this one and all the rest of it. And this one, I'm going to mask and spray it. So, so that's going well. The tail one, to be honest, talking about pens, we used, can't see through it. This is done with Posca pens. So this was done with this pen. And these you can scrape clean as well, but didn't really have to on here. So you're drawing it on. So I literally just drew it on for the tail. Still needs a little bit of sharpening up, and it does need 2 coats. This isn't a one and done. So you do have to, but when it's totally dry, you can overcoat it with no problem at all. But just to speed up the back one down in here, we decided to use a Posca pen instead of having to mask it. And it worked really, really well. And because this is acrylic, if it does go wrong, you can come in and you can scrape clean it to clean it all up and all the rest of it. So yeah, but made a bit of an error with that one, but luckily we have got a spare, so we can do it with a spare. So this particular one is saying we'll mask it up and we will spray it. So that's what we're going to do with that one. So with that and with the reviews this week, which we were speaking about, I don't know, do you want to see a side-by-side comparison of the Armour Hobby kits?
Yeah, show. Good
do you want to see it? Let me get them.
Can I just get a couple of questions out of chat, Phil, while you're...
Yeah, go on, I'll grab these and you go for it.
Somebody's asked, I can't find it now, but he's asking if the Revell Corsair is the same as one that Phil was building. Yes, it is.
Is it?
It's the Asigawa. Yeah.
If we're talking the A7, then yes, it is. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, the Reeboks in 2001, I think it was.
Very much near there, yeah.
Jamie Hago says, if Phil enjoys challenging builds, he should try building the Kinetic Sea Harrier.
I like the way he clearly watches our show. Do you know what? I'm not even going to answer him. Fucking hell. How many times have I said it? I'm not going to even go there. Right. Next question.
That's it.
I don't know why I do this. Clearly nobody watches or listens, so it's fine.
It was a long time ago you built that.
True.
Do you want a picture of it? I'll bring and let me share screen.
Hago's one was on the Friday show.
Just
sorry,
full screen film.
Oh yeah, no, it's not that one. I've done the other one as well. Yeah. I've done both.
That was the first one, wasn't it, which was the hardest one, wasn't it? The other one was slightly easier, wasn't it?
Definitely. I found the FRS one easier. Yeah. But unbuildable, those Harriers, tell you. Anyway, so yes. Been there, done it, T-shirt, long time ago. Very good. What I want to know is if the AK markers would bleed underneath the canopy masks. Honestly, I don't think they would, because they work basically the same as an acrylic paint. So they dry really quickly. And if you've got the mask, it puts down, when it gets wet, it seals. That's what they do. Kabui tape is what it does, isn't it?
Yeah, but also you could, it's only acrylic, so you just scrape it off with a toothbrush. Just
scrape clean it, yeah. You could just scrape clean it, which is a lot easier.
Sorry, I was just actually looking at the set there and thinking, you know what, because I hate clear parts, don't I? And I'm thinking, that might be a way round if you can't get a mask set in it. Just colour them in and scrape it back to, as long as it's got decent framing.
Yeah,
and then just just clean it up that way. So I'll have to give that a go. Just looking what's in it.
Yeah, well, hopefully it has got a earth colour in there. Sorry, not an earth, a dark green in there, because I need that.
There's plenty of dark greens.
Green.
Don't know if they are RF dark greens. I'm not thinking, because there's a lot of armour colours, isn't there? I know you've got the aircraft, even if you're doing the interior colours.
Yeah.
I know it's got the US interior and RAF and the Japanese, I think, was one, and a couple of the 02 and 66. I don't know. Anyway. Very good.
So, my gripe for the day has been, or week, right, is this kit. What has happened to Armour Hobby? Because you may remember I did the review. And you only get 3 sprues anyway. All right, let's get that out of the way as well. Apologies for the bit slim. So, background to this, I've built lots of their stuff and seen it all. All right. So, if we just have a quick look at, if we do a side by side, I think it'd be the easier. So, if we do, let's do. Right.
This is where we'll be selling a P30 now with hurricane wings.
Hurricane in it. Yeah, no, it will be absolutely fine. Right. Okay. So my point was, in the first days, we have beautiful details like these, you know, and we've got lovely recesses, and it's quite sharp. The actual joins and things as well, they're quite tapered and they're quite nice, you know, and all the rest of it. So it's actually looking pretty good. So this is the Hurricane, but for some reason we've now turned to this.
Ooh.
You know, it's like, what went wrong? What happened? You know, you might notice we got sink marks in these. Luckily, it's not on this at all. All right. And I know it's very modular because we've got the versions, but what sort of happened? Because it looks like it's sort of, they've degraded or gone cheap or something. But also, you know, the plastic itself, this is really, really soft, you know, where this one, it's still soft, but you can see it's like it's a different grade. And I don't think it's just different quality. You know, and I don't know, I just don't see what happened. But the bigger difference is when you look at the wings and the detail on the wings. So if you look at, this is obviously the Hurricane. This is fine riveting, all raised rivets down in here. It is so sharp. It's very fine. It's beautifully done. It's really, really nice. Yeah. Happy? Looks good.
Yeah.
So then what happened here? And you say you got... It's like flash on it as well. You see the flash? This thing's got flash all over it. There's flash on parts everywhere, you know? And it's like it's somebody else's kit. So when you do it like this, you know, it's literally like night and day.
But look at
and again,
look
it's got the support things on there, but...
Yeah, but look at the thickness of the actual sprue.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really thick compared to the Hurricane one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the manufacturer it reminds me of, and it's gone out of my head of you know, like the layout as well, because it's all.
Yeah.
I'm not being funny, but the Hurricane's actually quite rectangular, you know, angular. Where that the Armour Hobbies one's just kind of I don't know.
Yeah,
it's like a different company's done the moulding, isn't it?
The moulding and all the rest of it. But yeah, and also it's like a really busy, you know, sort of cram it all in, you know? Yeah, this one's more structurally laid out. It's, you know what I mean?
It's more aesthetic looking, laid out, where that just looks a mess.
Yeah.
That's not saying it's not going to build up into, you know, it might build up really nice, but I know where you're coming from with the, even with the colour of it. I know it sounds daft, but the colour of the styrene, because I always thought they used that sort of mid-grey rather than the light grey with all the other kits.
Yeah.
It's like the runners
really
are like
soft
spider
as well,
web, aren't they, from the centre of it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know they all come from the centre anyway, but they're so like...
I know what you mean. I know what
rather
you
than
mean.
being the square.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I don't know. It's just that this one's definitely a harder plastic than this one. This one's really soft, you know. But again, it's just the quality and the sharpness of everything. It just, I don't know. And again, when you go from the original one, when we were talking about the 72nd Hurricane, that thing, because it's small as well, it's so sharp and it's crisp and it's a beautiful little kit, you know, no problem at all. And then when they stepped up, I was really happy with the detail on this. I thought it was really, really nice. It's still nice. But then this one pops along and you're like, well, what happened? It's like they've gone back a little bit. You know, and obviously getting flash on the parts. This is a new kit. So, you know, I don't know if they just didn't dial in the tooling, you know, and obviously get the perfect...
James posts up and says that Armour Hobby is a new company making the tools and the mouldings. They will improve, but it's a new relationship.
Oh, right. So they're using... What, they're doing it themselves now?
Yeah.
So...
Well, a new company's doing it for them, yeah.
What happened to the old company then?
yeah, what happened to? I would stick with the old company. What is it with these companies? It's like Edard doing decals, isn't it?
The
It's
thing
like,
is, again,
you know,
if it's a cost-cutting exercise, because this new company is cheaper, it's
Yeah.
going to shoot them in the foot if the quality's gone downhill. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
Again, we're into that sort of Revell thing again, aren't we?
yeah.
You know, I presume because Armour are Polish, aren't they? Are they Polish? I think they
Yeah.
are, aren't they?
Yeah.
But if you're looking at like IBG, they must. The company that do IBG and Old Armour, and obviously I think they're doing Revell's Star Wars stuff, aren't they, at the minute?
Yeah.
Whoever's doing it is made in Poland, isn't it? So, like we've found out from doing this, there ain't that many injection molding companies out there, is there?
No, no.
So I wonder if they've moved from the Polish one to somebody else. I don't really know.
Mind you, did you watch that thing I sent you guys about the Korean with Academy?
Yes.
Well, I didn't realise there's only one injection moulding company in Korea. I thought there'd be lots there because they manufacture a lot, very prolific in a lot of things, including Sanders. Just saying.
I think
So-
it's a specialist job, though, isn't it? It's a specialist trade. So, like I said, there's not that many out there. I mean, when we've spoke to Pranjit about stuff, haven't we, before? And it was a bit enlightening, to be honest. Like I said, I thought there'd be more of them, but obviously not. Be interesting to see how that pans out anyway, because they were getting a bit of a backlash for the quality. It's not good for the brand, is it, at the end of the day?
No.
Because they've set the bar high from the beginning, didn't they, with the first releases? And then if it's only going to slip,
That's
they're
right.
going to have to be a little bit careful, because it don't take much to get around
get a bad name and a
interweb,
reputation. Yeah, that's it.
You know what I mean?
Again, that was always my thing. If you go back, I said when the first one came out, that 72nd Hurricane, I was like, talk about set your bar high for your first release. Because then we were all saying at the time, God, I hope the second one, the 48th one, is on a par with it, you know, or better. And actually, it's probably on a par with it. And now you've gone to this one. It's like, God, they peaked on their initial release. You know, but it's a real shame. I just thought I really like their stuff, and it's interesting subjects. They covered the Hurricane, as we've been banging on about that forever. And yeah, I know it's just like, okay, fair enough. But like Matt says, I totally agree. When you're a new company, especially, you don't want to get a reputation for it being crap.
Well, to be honest with you, I think they've
It's
avoided
difficult
that because the first few releases were that good. They have avoided that, where we've had obviously, you know, other companies where once you've done something bad, it kind of sticks, even if you get better. I mean, Kitty Hawk was one of the famed ones, weren't it? To be honest,
Yes.
We're just hoping they just turn a corner and figure
Every
it out.
time. And to be honest, the sad thing with them is that literally their last couple of releases were so much better. You could see it was like, yeah, this isn't brilliant, but it's really interesting subjects. And then all of a sudden they started to get quite good, because I remember seeing their Mirage 2000, and it was like, wow, that's actually a big step up now. And again, you've got some little schoolboy errors all over it, but you can sort of live with those ones because they're getting better. And then obviously with the help of outside companies and things like that coming in with them as well, obviously the plastic itself was getting good. The instructions were terrible, but the plastic, like on the Seahawks and the Black Hawk family and things like that, they were just sort of getting down in there and really getting it together, and then pop. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think they've just got to be a bit careful, Armour, haven't they, really? If you know, if it's slipping a little bit, it'll I don't know, it'll be a shame, because like I said, they've done some good kits. Richard
in chat mentions, they said, how much cheaper was the P39? He said they thought the Hurricane was an expensive kit. We actually look at the P39 is actually about £5 cheaper than the Hurricane.
Not a lot of difference.
Well, yeah, but it's a percentage. It's like 10% cheaper than well, more than 10%, 12% cheaper than the Hurricane was. So I wonder if they've gone with a cheaper, molder, tools and tooler and injection molder.
Don't know.
To keep it down. Don't know.
Only they
just to answer. Yeah, hold on. Just to answer Paul before it goes. Do you have to be a Meta subscriber to buy from PM Models? No, anyone can buy from PM Models. 30% off.
Yeah, we've got a big sale on 30% off.
I'll take them there. Hold on, I'll take them there. Yeah, look,
Nice
we're an
little
hour
segue.
in. I haven't mentioned it yet. Hot summer sale. Hey, catchy. Is on at the moment. So basically, say we've got deals and discounts on various things. The special offers area, which I took you around yesterday, but we've obviously got the Skyhawks. Just a few of those left.
Let's just clarify something before you go on. This isn't the 30% discount in this bit because these are overlaps from pre-orders and stuff. So there's only certain percentages off this lot. So this isn't the 30% bit. This is just a special
Right,
bit.
okay.
Everything else,
Yeah.
kit-wise on the site, minus the special offer bit, is 30% off anything. So, but
these are discounted as is, and the others are discounted at checkout, but it doesn't include these in the 30%.
No.
It does say in this small print at the top.
Yeah,
Yes.
read the small print, people.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah.
But yes, everything else, all the other kits. What we got? Airfix is a good one to choose. There we go.
So you go to checkout and you'll get your you'll get your discount. So, like I say, we've moved premises for people who don't know, and we're having a massive stock reduction, shall we say. So we're clearing a lot of stuff out that's been hanging around, or we haven't got the room anymore because we've downsized quite considerably to specialise a bit more. So this is hence why we've been having a few sales lately. We was carrying a lot of stock that we want to get down, and and then we're going to just sort of carry a certain range, shall we say, after that. So grab it, please.
The hot summer sale is copyright and trademark of Nathan's.
Right, okay. Yeah, he's got paid for that one.
Yeah, probably.
Also,
that's
just for this weekend only, I've got a little something up for people as well. So we got full, 25% off wash sets. So the thick and the thin as well, not on individuals. And obviously we've still got the sale running on some other merch and bits and pieces. Down in here, we've got the last of the mugs as well. So we say when the mugs have gone, that's gone. We've got 23 left. When they're gone, that is it. There is no more. And I've got one pair of nips. I have got a display reorder coming in on Tuesday. So coming in. So we've got that. Including I've got something for you, Mr. Ball.
About time.
So you can be Mystic Meg as well.
I need my ball and chain.
I have. Well, I've bought you one. I've actually bought it.
Oh.
So I'll invoice you.
I hope she's getting a discount. You bought it, but you're going to give me an invoice.
Yeah, that's it. I bought you. Going to come with an invoice. So yes, it's coming in with that one. So yes, very, very nice. So we've got a full restock of obviously all the tweezers are coming in. We've got the normal tweezers and the plastic tip tweezers, and the scrapers are coming back in as well. Things we sold out within 4 hours. So yeah, they'll be in with you as well. Cool beans. Yeah, unfortunately, you still can't order in the EU.
Yeah.
At PM.
So yeah. Richard's asking Matt, EU orders still no go for PM models. Yeah. It's not us. We'd love to do it. It's our accountant. Blaming the accountant says no, you can't do it. Since the accountant's Matt's wife.
It's ridiculous, to be honest. Now it's getting beyond a bit of a joke. So yeah, sorry, but yeah, it's Sore subject. Move on to something happier.
Yes. Phil, are you going to build the beautiful 48 scale Great Wall Hobbies A10C? Great review and very reasonable price, but still not in my budget right now. To be honest, I am going to keep it because it's PM stock. So, like Matt said, we haven't got many of them. With Great Wall, you're not sure if you're going to get any ever again. So, but yes.
If you want one, go and see Gary at Tiger Hobbies because he's got some, but we're out. And like our new sort of strategy is once it's gone, it ain't coming back. We're moving on to the next thing and the next thing, so we're not, stuck with stock. So yeah, Phil's super duper review. We've sold out. So again with Great Wall Hobby, if you want one, I'd probably go and grab one because I don't know when it will be back in, if that makes sense. I can't say a lot about it, shall we say, because it's not my place. But, you can read between the lines of what I'm saying.
Can I just say something? That the only reason why we had any left over is because people who put the names down for pre-orders didn't pay.
Well, you lost out.
We had a few left over. So if you did put your name down, you're thinking, oh no, why didn't I do it? Well, yeah. I mean, we've had to sell them because obviously we had to recoup the money because people didn't put their people who we got them in for didn't pay.
That's how it works.
Cheers. David's just asking, with the AK pens, is it 3G paint inside? I would say it's not, but I don't know.
I have seen, and somebody mentioned it in our chat earlier, and I've seen it mentioned elsewhere, that the colours are very, very close matches to the paints.
Only because I imagine that they are coming from a different factory and being labelled and branded as, but I doubt if it, because it's come from a different manufacturer, I can't imagine them putting acrylic paint into them that is the same, because also the way that the pens work, like a felt tip, I think if you used just to put acrylic paint through, they would probably dry and block. There must be something different in pens that keeps them flowing and doing all of that stuff. I
presume they're alcohol markers, aren't they?
I assume that they are alcohol, yeah. They
so,
are. If you put IPA near it, it'll come straight off.
Yeah. Because that's what a lot of them are, the alcohol markers. So, again, I think that helps with the flow and stuff, because they have a flow improver in them as well, stuff, don't they? So they don't tip dry in that.
Posca pens are alcohol based. If you go near them with IPA, you can just wipe it off and go again. So I assume it's something similar, because also when you use these, when you put them down, it's not like painting. It sounds stupid, but it's colouring in. And I've done big areas with it. You might remember when I did the Apache for the walkways, I used a Posca pen because I forgot to put them on. And I couldn't mask it. So I actually just coloured them in and write in. So you need a couple of coats. The first one will go down to your Patch's house. Second one gets a lot more solid. And then third one, he's got to buy that if he opens it.
Well, there it is. I'm trying to work out how to get in the box.
It's like an iPhone unboxing.
Isn't it? Oh, God, yeah. Oh, look, it gives you the actual rundown of your super duper colours. Well, you got an olive drab. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So, I wonder what the aluminium, like a dark aluminium, for chipping stuff. And just wear and tear. I think that would probably be a good one. Wood base. Another. The wife's back, so I can get rid of the dog. I think there is some useful colours. Actually, I think they've thought about it and not just gone a bit sort of AK-ish and just done loads and loads and loads of colours. I think they've actually thought about it. Sorry, the dog's going to kick off in a minute. So, yeah, there you
go. Question: which one has more recent issues, the A10 or the Puma? Are we talking about Great Wall Hobbies and the Ryfield one that I did this week? I don't know. It's hard to say because I haven't built them, so I'm only looking from an inbox review. So again, don't know if they've got any problems. To be honest, the way that the A10 goes together looks really nice, and again, the way that the Puma went together looked pretty straightforward. Very, very nice. I think if you're going to do a full internal one, I would probably rather do the Ryfield one than I would the Mini Art, because the Mini Art one's got lots of bits and it isn't even the full interior one. Oh, look, Matt's having a go. Better take a set out of stock, Andy. He's going to love this.
He says he wants having a set.
I am.
I know. He is now, isn't he? Clearly.
Hey, this is going to be age for chipping.
Do you know what I'm going to do? Seriously, this is my pledge for the Flory Fest. We always do a build for it, or the turkey shoot. I'm going to do in 70-second and use nothing but pens. I'm going to do the camo work with the pens and colour it in. I'm going to do a full model coloured in, literally. I'll be like, just to see what we can get with. I might do something like an Armour Horror's Hurricane or something like that, but I reckon just colouring it in.
Do you know what? I think they'll be all right then. I mean, they've done a lot there, but I think for
so with the tip, because you're the only person I know who's not biased, what's the tip? Is it like a hard felt? You got a Posca pen there, haven't you? Is it the same?
Oh, I don't know. Let me just have a look.
When you look at the bigger Posca pens, these are the what are these ones? These are the 0.7 mil.
Hold on. I don't think I've got the big Posca pens.
You got the bigger ones?
No, I don't know. I don't know because I bought some, but I don't know what I've got.
They usually, you can tell they got a fatter. They're a lot bigger now. It's the little ones they are. That's the little ballpoint ones.
I ain't got the big ones.
So on the tip of it, is it quite fibrous when you do it, or is it quite soft, or is it rock hard?
No, it's quite soft. It's quite quite nice actually.
Because that's the trouble with the Posca ones on this one. If you go for the 0.7mm ones, the felt tippy type ones, when you catch a rivet or detail, it flicks and then it puts black spots everywhere.
Tell you what, let's pull out Buster.
Colouring in with me.
Colour in with Buster. Let me make room and then you can see. I don't know.
You get olive drab out.
No, just use silver or something. I just got out. I've got let me find my mouse. I can't find my mouse. Hold on.
Right, just quick questions you're setting up from Jeff. He's saying, I was just looking at his 48 scale Halifax and he's got the civil one and the main fuselage is in 4 parts. Ooh.
There you go. So you ready? So this is on a primed surface.
Yes.
So I'm just going to use dark aluminium because I've got it. So I don't know. What shall we do? Shall we just colour it in?
Yeah. You might need 2 coats. I don't know.
Probably. I don't know. But you know, we'll colour in this hatch. I tell you what, the coverage is good.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a nice nib.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm an expert in felt tip pens, but you know, you could definitely. I've seen it done, but camo, a tank up, I reckon.
This is it. I'm going to get rid of all my spray booths and all the toxins, and I'm going to be colouring in.
Bliss. Right, that's one coat.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to need to dry, but yeah, it's coverage is good. I think it's quite a nice nib to it. It don't splatter like you said. Let's have a try with something else.
So it's quite a soft nib because the nib on these ones is quite hard.
Nib. It's definitely a soft nib. So, shall we try? What's this colour? We've got here.
Try green.
Olive grün.
Okay.
So obviously, this is for your German camo.
David says Gundam and W&N paint pens have 2 ends. One large
you get a large
small
one and a small one. That's what I've got.
Yeah, coming to an AK set near you soon, I bet.
Well, they are, aren't they?
Yeah, it covers well, doesn't it?
Tell you what, it does cover well, yeah. You could literally, I reckon, you know, with the interior colours, colouring a cockpit without spraying it. Super smooth. You can use the side, obviously the side as well.
So not being funny, they're not too expensive either. If they're only like $1.95 each.
If you use the side, look.
Yeah.
Oh, it's actually quite nice, isn't it?
Does cover well, doesn't it?
Yeah, look.
Mm.
And then you can sharpen it up if you want to do your camo. Look with a nib. Just go. If I could draw, you know, if you're good at drawing, there you go.
Mm.
So we'll let that dry, but that top one, look.
Mm.
Obviously, it changes colour a bit when it dries. It goes darker, but that ain't bad. I'm quite impressed with that. Who'd have thought?
I've got a set of those ones as well, Ian. Sorry, was it Ian talking about it? The display ones. Can't remember who's talking about it. But yeah, I've got a set of those here as well. I'll tell you what, the metallics are really strong metallic.
What's that for?
You get
they're designed for Gundam and all the rest of it, but
what?
Yeah. You get RLM 1771 in it?
No. No, you don't.
It's a shame, isn't it?
You get interior colours.
Or painting splinter camos on German aircraft with paint pens.
You get olive green, you get hell grey, you get dunkel grey. So these are sort of armour colours, I think.
Yeah, German armour colours.
Because you get rock browns, red browns, and dunkel gleb and all that lot. You get a chipping colour, that tan buff brown, and all the usuals. And I think the are mainly interior colours. So interior green, US zinc chromate, 02, 66. You get 76 and 79. Funnily enough, look.
Mm-hmm.
You get the underneath colour and the sandy colour, cockpit green, a couple of Japanese colours in the turquoisey colour, and then gunmetal, black and white. So,
Matt, you just have a look at the see what the RAF interior green's like.
Oh, I'll try. Oh, I've just
Does
got
that
some-
look very grey on the
yeah,
swatch, doesn't it?
if I can get the thing out, let's have a look. What number is it? Grey green. Here we go. Oh, look, that's quite nice.
Oh,
Look.
right, yeah.
Look, let me colour something in with it.
In print, it looks very.
It's very light,
Yeah, it is light, isn't it?
but I'm thinking if you've put your base on of normal interior green,
Yeah,
you can
Highlight.
use this for ribbing and stuff, you know, for highlighting.
highlighting then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very light. But you've also, don't forget, you have got the, mind you, the Japanese one looks a bit green on here because people use the Japanese one, but I think that's that one, which is a bit. Oh no, that's a bit wishy-washy. I think that's a bit green. Yeah, that's not. That's more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What they're
that-
like on unprimed surfaces, Matt. Is
oh,
the underside unprimed?
no, I've got this bit here. Look, we'll have to. Oh yeah, I can use that bit, I suppose. Yeah, fine. I don't know what the adhesion's like. We'll have to let it dry, but it's a lovely.
See, it's
a
strange
really,
as well because they come through really quickly. Like postcards, you have to shake the crap out of
Yeah.
them to get them to come out and all the rest of it. But those are straight there, isn't it? Because actually,
Tell you
Tim's
what.
just saying, do you have to shake them to get the correct colour? Do they separate?
No, because
in
there's
there?
nothing in it. There's no.
Yeah, they don't have a ball
No.
or an
I tell you what
agitator.
they are going to be good for as well. You know, when you've got raised detail,
Yeah,
if you just want to, like dry brush,
yeah,
if you use the side of it, you're just going to catch the edges. So you can do a nice edge highlight with it.
yeah.
But, I mean, that's going to take a couple of coats because it's obviously green and it's not, but it's still pretty strong pigment, I reckon.
Hmm.
They're quite nice. Do you know what? I'm now thinking, you know how you've just said about the colours, Andy? They should consider doing more aircraft colours because I think we'll come. You like the RLM ones and the US model, you know, like compass greys or gold greys and stuff. I think they're coming really, really useful.
Yeah. Does it say on them how much is in a pen?
I think it does on the AK website. I don't know if it does on
Does it?
theirs. I can't see. Hold on. Let me put my Optivisory thing on. Special formulated for modelers can be used on plastic, resin, metal, wood, surface resistant water and heat, can be applied, layer, fast dry, waterproof. No, there's not a thing I can see on the actual pen. I've got a feeling it tells you if you go and look at their videos. Let's have a look at interior yellow green. There's another good colour in it. Zinc chromate to everybody else, isn't it? It's not far off zinc chromate in this Japanese colour look.
Yeah.
I think they're going to come useful, I have to say. I don't think it's one of them where you're going to go, why? Why are you going to bother buying these? This is actually quite a decent product, isn't it? So, there you go, look.
Nice.
And yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to having a play and then using him in anger as well. Definitely. Just to answer the question about will I be reviewing the bloody 100th? Obviously, that's the B17. I've already done it in various forms because don't forget, it's just a rebox of the HK 48 scale one. So there's a review of that and there's a full video build of it as well. So knock yourself out with that one. So really, you're just looking at different decals for it and the bits and pieces you've added to it. So I don't think there's a real need to do a review of the kit because, as I say, there is a full review somewhere, which I can probably find. Where are we? Reviews. I'll tell you what I need to do. I need to go back in here and add all of these to the different categories because I haven't done it for about a year. Come on. Go through. No, I haven't done it for a very long time.
I need a colouring book.
That's it now. He's addicted to colouring.
Who isn't? Who didn't like used to colouring in when you were a kid? Hey?
That's a very good point. I wonder if they've got Italian colours to do like the smoke ring camo.
See, that's where I think they are missing a trick. Normally, you get loads of colours you don't think I'm going to need. But I do wonder if they'll extend the range. Nice. And the nib don't seem to break up either. You know how they can go fluffy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can you see that? Look. They're not. They're actually holding their own. So obviously I've only used it a little bit. I don't know what it's like over time, but they do seem pretty nice nibs. So
Terry says that the only one he's been disappointed with, because he's got the set, is the white.
Yeah, we've not been funny. The Posca pen one's rubbish as well. It's just because it's white. Very
White.
difficult to get it to cover anything. Every one I've tried with that. The whites are always going to be a bit wishy-washy and all the rest of it.
yeah, I mean, this is the off-white, I think, and I know what he means. It's going to go streaky before you get coverage, but I'd say that's the nature of white, isn't it? What's the yellow like? Is the yellow the same?
I don't know.
I'll tell you what you would get, though, with this, is a decent winter whitewash if you wanted to colour it on. Because you get that, because that always looks streaky and rubbish, doesn't it? But yeah, the primaries are going to be the test, obviously red, blue, yellow and stuff like that, because of you normally need an undercoat, don't you? So
Yeah.
Let's have a look with yellow.
David says in the dossier it says what's the capacity of the markers, the durability of the mark paint in each mark in a marker is described as in meters. In our case, the writing allows between 60 and 70 meters.
Yeah, okay.
So you can do a 60-meter line.
That's useful.
How thick's the line?
Hey,
So then
when you
divide the width of that by that. It will probably do around about quarter of a square metre.
you know where you got to do your yellow and black things on the ejection seats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. What about doing props, tips as well? They're a pain.
Yeah. The yellow's actually really quite good. I've just get this bit, look. And yellow tips on props, a couple of coats, and that's pretty covered, and that's only on grey. So yeah, that's not a bad shout either. Anything else you can think of that will be useful for?
Yeah, the red. Can you just check the red to see if it's a pinky red or a proper red? Because again, the Posca one is a real pinky red rather than a proper red.
I mean, I'm only doing bits on there. Let's colour that in then this side. No, that's red.
Right, okay.
Yeah, that's proper red.
Quite good for doing the inside of lights.
And I mean, that's only one coat, look.
Yeah.
So,
It sounds like Matt's a fan of colouring in now.
Yeah,
I like
that's it. It's in suede.
do you know what I wish they'd do? Figure set.
Because again, for doing naval aircraft, doing the edging around the doors and stuff, because I always use a Sharpie currently.
Yeah, this should work, Phil.
Like Grant says that they've got all of them 70-71. That's what I asked earlier. No, they don't for some reason stand for that, which is a shame, really, because that'd have been useful.
I say, I wonder if they will.
Especially doing 70-second scale.
Yeah,
movements.
red's good. Red's good.
Nice.
What else we got? I'm playing now, just on it. Playing. Orange.
That's a good point. Have you got, was that red you just put down, Matt?
Yeah, red there, look. It's
You got the Posca red.
Have I got a Posca red?
Yeah, the Posca red isn't. It's pink. The Posca red is
Well, that
literally
looks a bit
pink.
pink on camera, but
The only Posca red is, but I've only got the fine tips. I need the.
You got to wake that
have
thing
to
up.
push the tip in a bit.
Yeah, you have to press the nib in, Matt.
Oh, is it one of them? Look,
Yeah.
it's not that far off. You look at
Well,
the chip in it.
Mine's really, really pink.
No, that one's. It's not too bad. I mean, I can't do a lot because I've only got a fine nib one. I'm gonna have to get some fatter nibbed Poscas, aren't I?
Yeah, well, they do the 0.7 mil, which is the one I've got both here. I do the tiny ones and the bigger ones.
Chris said, hand drawing decals are like letters and roundels.
Yeah.
Doing unit numbers and things on, especially like Russian tanks would be good, wouldn't it? Yeah, World War II Russian tanks where they were.
Yeah, if you want to draw slogans and stuff.
Yeah.
Orange. What do you think orange is going to be like?
Orange.
Peachy. It's more peach than orange.
that because you don't have a grade, you think?
Could be. Again, it's a washed out orange, but if you want to do a faded saw.
So that tank, is it gay or NHS?
That's whatever you want it to be. Yeah, look. Good though. Good product.
Very nice. Yes, there we go.
Okay.
I'm sold even more now.
We
I
better
haven't
get
got
some
them yet.
more ordered in, Andy.
Yeah, get some more ordered, clearly.
Our sets have gone. What's that one? Well, that's the dark aluminium. Shall we see what the light aluminium's like while I'm at it?
Or aluminum for our American friends.
No, it's aluminium. Look. Aluminium.
Yes.
That's one of the words that we actually pronounce wrong, isn't it?
What? Aluminium?
Or spell wrong, yeah.
No. Can't really see it.
The way we spell everything wrong.
Yeah, true.
I spray it correctly in my head. It's everybody else.
Adam says that he's found the Posca pens, red Posca pens, seem to be different shades in every pen.
Oh, are they? Oh, right. I've only got one, and it's definitely more pink than red, no matter how many coats you give it.
Is that what it is it?
Oh, yeah. What's mine like? In fact, I've got two for some reason. Why have I got two? Oh, no, it's not red.
I think this is what they call got a brush nib, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like you've got a lot more of a softer, gentle nib.
It kind of moves, yeah. You can see it
moving. It's more like a brush, yeah.
Yeah, which obviously gives you a smoother application.
Mm-hmm.
Aluminium's going to be, you
Good
can't
colour,
really
yeah.
think of it. I think it'll be all right now if you're chipping and stuff. Yeah.
Well, let's hope they bring out more colours and then I can get rid of airbrushing.
Well, yeah, you'll be just colouring in. Well, it looks like we've sold out of these sets anyway, so we'll have to get some more in, I reckon. With AK, so we've got the singles in, but yeah, we'll have a restock of them in a week or so's time because we need to restock some of the bits. So there you go. Who'd have thought we'd have been reviewing felt tip pens?
I know, and they work. That's the thing.
My Posca red's actually quite red.
Yeah, my Poscas are. Yeah, it's a bit pink when it dries.
Yeah, that's what I say. When it dries, it just goes more pink than red. That's why I use a Sharpie instead.
Yeah, I've got Sharp. I'm trying to decide. Yeah, Sharp is definitely
more red.
a richer red.
Do you know what? I've just had an idea with them.
Right.
You know, people who like pre-shading.
Yes.
You could probably pre-shade with them.
Yeah, because yeah.
And then obviously a thin coat on top. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Saves getting the airbrush out, doesn't it? Any excuse not to use the airbrush and make a mess in it. But
cool. Right, got a couple of questions just to go through. Yoss says one kit he's looking forward to is the new tool 72nd Fly Tiger Cat. They're doing different variants of it as well. I've got a Tiger Cat over here. I'd love to do it, but I'm not that brave.
Who's do? Fly?
Fly.
As in fly, as in your Wessex fly and
I assume they are the same fly.
Oh, right, okay. I'll be interested.
What make of close-up magnifiers are you using? The cheap ones off of eBay. Matt's sold on them as well now after all these years.
Yeah, I have got like what me and Andy's got them ones here. But I hardly use these anymore, to be honest, unless I'm perhaps doing a bit of figure painting and I need to, because these are proper close. Like I'm here. Yeah, I can wear them ones a bit. I don't even know what number we're on. What number do we use on these?
I think I'm a 2. Yeah.
I don't know.
See, I can't see it. I need my glasses to be able to read it.
Yeah, I need to put them on to see it.
Oh, 2.5s I'm using these days.
Is that what you're on?
So what make are they then?
Oh, everyone. It's a generic one. These are called Anson ones, but they are just a generic. They'll come out of the same factory and they put a different name on, but they're about between £7 and £10 each.
Yeah, they do tend to break on the arms.
They
This
do
one-
break on the arm. This plastic bit here always breaks with them. So
Mine's
you get them for about a year and then it snaps, or it does for me. But for this price, it's almost a disposable item.
Yeah.
Although I
Mine-
have got a problem because one of my LED lights has failed.
That's it? Oh no, mine are working.
Yeah.
Look.
No, I've only got one LED. I was putting the wheels on that and I've got it on for it. And I'm thinking, it's a bit dark in here. And then I had a look and I've only got one LED working.
I've never used the LED, to be honest. I forget it's there.
So, but yeah, so that's the one. And obviously you get a box, which I can show you, because it usually lives over here somewhere. Oh no, I've moved it in a tidy up. That means I'll never find it ever again. I did have. It lived there for the last 10 years. I've moved it. God knows where I put it. But anyway, you get them down there, and I think it's from 1 to ×5, is it? With all the different steps in. And these things are just detachable, and you can just then click in whichever one you want. And away you go. So
The one I'm looking at is 1 to 3.5.
right, okay. I know
5,
you get like 5 or 6 different ones in it, isn't
5
it?
sets of lenses.
Yeah.
So much fell off.
How much is it? Let me get it on affiliate quick.
$15.99 these are.
15? God, they've gone up.
Yeah.
I used to pay about £9 originally, but you used to get them in the sales and that. They have them like 20% off on
Inflation.
Amazon. Yes.
One for Prime Day.
Right. That's it. Next question, Phil. Are you going to be building the Magic Factory A4M Skyhawk in the future? I will, and thank you to Magic Factory who sent me the figures for it. So I have the figures for it as well. So I'm going to do it. I did think about doing it for the bee thing.
On the Scheme B thing.
Well, you know, this one's got that really funky Scheme B, isn't it? The black and white one. The one that's Battenberg, as I call it.
Oh yeah.
So I thought actually it'd be something a little bit different to do in Battenberg. So I did think of that for the B Scheme SIG later in the year. Although we're running out, as pointed out, we've only got 4 months left.
Yeah.
So
Not long.
and I've only got a massive Osprey to build, a Space 1999 Eagle, that and something else. So yeah.
Something 24th scale.
Oh, yeah.
What, Spitfire?
No, that's my Spitfire.
You're having that one as well, are you? Having a Mark 8 to go along with your Mark 9 or whatever it is.
And Mark 5 and
Mark 5. Now you've got your 24 scale collection going.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was looking at the in our sales section. We've got the where the car kits are. We've got a Toyota hybrid Le Mans car thing, which is obviously 30% off the price. And I thought, wow, that's quite good. That'd be good for doing a Group B SIG. What's the B scheme in that? And one's a number 8, one's a number 7.
There you go.
Hey, still counts.
The B scheme's a number 7 on the side of the door instead of a number 8.
Yeah, no, it still counts. You're okay.
Change the number.
Still allowed.
I'm
Tim,
doing
that's
sugar. Doing that for the B scheme.
Is that for Luff off SIG?
It can be if I don't know I'll get it done in time, but it's quite a nice ski, the B1 actually. A nice one.
There you go. Get your P47 finished first. Is that next
Hey?
then, Andy?
Say again.
I said, is that next after the? Do you know? Hey, Andy, do you know your checker plate?
Yeah.
Colour it in
Yeah.
instead of masking and thingy it. Why just use the
It takes
pens?
forever to colour them in.
Why will it?
What, trying to...
No, I meant your correction you need to do instead of.
Yeah, I
thingy,
know, but yeah.
Why don't you just use the pens?
No,
But the white will be a problem. The white will be a problem.
Why?
It won't
Underneath.
look right.
Get the sharp edges.
Give you that homemade look.
Chop it up,
It's
chop
got
it
homemade
up,
look already.
fine tip. Anyway, Phil, you know how you were on
Yes.
about doing the challenge with the felt tips then?
Yes,
Well, why don't you just do the whole hog and weather it then with the weathering pencils?
because I'm crap with weathering pencils, and well, you know it. I'm not very good with weathering pencils. I just can't get them to work. I just admit, the Halifax internally is done with the weathering pencils because I did the hoses and the bits and pieces with the weathering pencils, and I did the chipping and stuff in there. Not that you're ever going to see any of it, but I did use the pencils for all of that. But yes, it is a good point. Perhaps I will. Totally tool-free almost.
Paintbrush and
No paintbrushes. Yeah, no airbrush. You can just use glue, pencils and pens, and that's it.
Yeah, paint-free build.
You'll do something about this big.
Yeah.
Like
no. It will be something. I will do something that's at least sort of 15 centimeters. So it's going to be 70-second scale something. But as I say, I don't know what I've got in 70-second scale. But obviously, I could use the colours on it. More importantly,
I was going to say you're going to have to think it because of the limited colour range you've got to work with. You've got to be a bit careful.
Yeah. See, I've got some Airfix stuff in 70-second. What have I got down there? I've got some Harriers, so that ain't going to work. I've got Spitfires.
No, don't think you've got colours to do a spit.
I've got a T80.
Only drab.
I could do the Puma. Have they got the colours for that Puma, the 70-second one?
No. You'd be definitely making something up.
Because to be honest, that would be
You'll see when you
perfect
get
for
your
it, wouldn't it? Hey, that would be perfect. Could I do that in it? Have you got those colours?
You do what? Yeah, you've got more armour colours than aircraft. Yeah, you could do that definitely. There's a Dunkel Gleb and the green and the brown. Yeah.
Yeah, because I could do it. If obviously it's just the schemes I've got on this. Literally, is just for the. No, there we go. You've got the green and the brown, or just the green.
Also, you got rubber black for the tyres.
Yeah, I can do the black tyres. Yeah, saw the video on that. Looks quite cool.
Yeah. So there you go. You could build that easily. Yeah.
There
you go.
There you go. That may be my build then for Florifest. We'll give it a whirl. Yeah. Keep that.
Because we've got Florifest and then we've got Turkey Shoot.
Turkey Shoot.
Better start a bit of planning, haven't we?
I know.
Is this all before Telford?
No, Turkey Shoot's after Telford, isn't it?
We've got Turkey Shoot after Telford and Florifest before.
Yeah.
Gonna come round quick, isn't it?
Really quick. Yes. Fun though.
Okay, so if I just grab the camera a moment, I can show you my problems. I've got 99 of them. But as I say, I've got a little bit of silvering just down in these. And obviously a lot of it's where it's getting caught on my re-riveting. But yeah, you can catch it there on the C more than the E. There's a tiny bit. But that's what you want to look for when you do it. Go to the light and see if it's got it or not. Obviously, roundels, you don't care because there's none on it. And obviously, to be honest, this guy at the front, the camera locks in. For some reason, that one went down beautifully. So that one's all right, which I thought was going to be a problem because it's got quite a lot of carrier film all around that. But he went on okay. So literally, it's just down in here. So the way that I do it is not pushing too hard. I just find me, where's me riveting jobby? All right, so I've just got a 1mm riveting wheel. All right, so we're just going to pop this in and not pushing too hard because I'm just trying to go through the film. We're going to run this over this. Now, the reason for using a riveting wheel and not a knife is that if you do it with a knife, it could all fall apart. You could literally chop it up into little bits. So we're just doing it to sort of push through the carrier film. But again, we're not trying to rivet it. So it's a little bit of a gentle little thing like that. And once you've done that, this has just got micro sole, the red one, in it. And it's just in a squeezy pen, Mr. Squeezy Cheese. And then we can just go over it. And then hopefully it will let the air out, but also more importantly, it will let the fluid under. So that just goes in there like that.
What are them pens called?
Well, they call them squeeze pens. You put anything in it. These are made by Molotov ones, but loads of people do it. You can get them in the cheapo shops, you know? The book shops, you know, those cheap ones, what are they called? Can't remember now.
Like the Works?
The Works, yeah, those places. All right, and you can just go over it, and it'll let out the air, and then filled with the fluid. And then as the fluid evaporates, hopefully it will then can still gas off and get out, and then obviously it will then stick in. And that's how you get rid of your silver in with it. Again, but if you come in with a knife and you start slashing at it, what's going to happen is at some point you're going to join up the dots and it's going to come off and you're going to end up with bits of lettering and stuff flying. But if you pop over it with a riveting wheel and just go over it gently, what you'll notice, hopefully, is that it's enough to let the fluid get underneath, which then pushes the air out, and so forth and so on. And you can go through it like that. If you've got a problem with it after that, then I would step it up to a stronger setting solution to really trying to get it to bite down. And then if that doesn't work afterwards, then you could literally just pop around with a knife and cut it out, and then cut the carrier film off and then try and pick it up. So go around with a sharp blade around the lettering and then afterwards. But obviously, like these ones, these incredibly thin decals, I couldn't probably get the lettering on to look square without it being in one little bit of decal, but you can see it over there. You could literally just pop in here and cut it all out. But this one's no problem. By the time this has got a satin coat over it, that will go. But obviously, if it has got any sort of, residual air under there and all the rest of it, the silvering, as soon as you put a satin coat or a flat coat, it'll look a million times worse. So you need to tackle it before you get to that stage. But these decals are incredibly thin. So, I had the trouble with the wire, it folded over on me. And then trying to get it back out took forever because it is that thin. I couldn't actually get a brush to flick it out until eventually I managed to catch it. But you can see this one over here now, it's wrinkling up. So that's good. Good sign it wrinkles up and it starts to really pucker down and all the rest of it and get rid of it literally like that. So,
So you got set and sol in them pens?
To be honest, I've only got the sole at the moment, the red one, because I don't really use set very often. I tend to use set when it's a really thick decal. Right. And then I put it in the water. I usually put a little bit of the blue stuff in the water, because I just do it on my desk, as you know, and then put the set in there, because that softens it, because it's the acid and it eats the enzymes, soften the decal, because it actually is eating it, and it makes it more floppy and more pliable, and then chuck it on. And then the red one is the puckering one, as I call it. Which is the vinegary one, is it? No, it's the other one. Which one smells of vinegar? Which is your favourite?
The vinegar one is the one you put down
that's the first one. The blue one, yeah.
Yeah, and the red one's the softener in it, as in.
Yeah.
Because the
red one has no smell because it's not vinegar. So I always say that stuff is, got it here, that stuff.
White vinegar.
White vinegar. It smells like white vinegar, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is because I've tested it and it does the same thing. But this is distilled white vinegar. Smells the same and it does the same. And I think what it is, it's because it's a mild acid. It actually attacks the decal and softens it. So
would you
think of it like when you do your photo etch? Eh?
Do you reckon you'd have to dilute the pure vinegar down?
To be honest, I've done it in testing and it works the same. It's not even diluted. I've just used it neat. You remember we did it a while ago when I first got it, just out of interest, and I did too. Once I'd used both, I can't tell the difference. Even the smell's the same. I haven't tried tasting it, admittedly.
Well, you ought to put some of that proper vinegar in one of them pens and see and use it on something.
Yeah,
I have got some more of those pens, but they've got different nibs on because a very kind member a long time ago sent me them. Which are these ones?
To be honest, I've just found them on Amazon and they're cheap as out. They're just
they're not expensive. So this one here, you get different ends on it. So this one here is the massive one, so it's got a really, really big tip. So it's a big round one, just a big old brush. This one is Mr. Pointy Small Brush. And again, they're squeezed. It's got push on. These are soft and you can squeeze them, but don't squeeze them because it will flood out. It comes out way too quick, as I found out. So,
how much you found them for on Amazon, Matt? Because they seem quite expensive to me on there.
I've gone for like $5.99. Gone in my basket because I ain't got none. I'm thinking,
but my worry was that this would evaporate, and I've been using this now, and it doesn't, because I marked it and it sat there for over a month and it hadn't done, none of it evaporated out or went anywhere. So that's why I was happy. But obviously I do store it right way up I do store it over here. It sits right here. So it doesn't fit in my holder. So it fits like that.
I have got a 12-pack refillable for $5.99 on Prime.
All right, there you go.
And then there's
The Molotov ones, or
no.
Yeah, these are the Molotov ones, but
yeah,
there is loads of other ones out there.
No, mine are just generic cheap ones. They're just not Molotov. I've just put refillable watercolor pens in, and they come
what'd
up.
you get? Four for $5.99.
12.
12 $5.99.
Yeah.
Watch the flurry effect kick in.
I'm going to say I'm an order now, because I'm not going to get the bloody things, am I?
Yeah. Hush now, I'll get it on affiliate at the end of the show. Right, okay, what other questions do we have? Any more questions? Are we going to be doing that one? Wasn't that long ago that the pencils came out. Better than cheap reading glasses from the supermarket. What, like these? These are. These are my special ones from B&M.
B&M. I'm surprised they're not from Traco.
Do you know what? I tried Trago's ones, but they're a bit rubbish. But the B&M ones are right. These are B&M specials. These are.
Have you upgraded yet, Phil?
Well, these are. Eh?
Have you upgraded the strength from the first pair you had?
No. I'm still on the first one. I find 2s give me headache.
Oh, right, okay.
I think these the 1.5s. I think they are, and but they're fine. But I do find if I'm wearing the 0.2s, it's all right for doing this. But when I look at the monitor, I really get a headache, and I couldn't work it out for a while because I was like feeling quite nauseous. And then I twigged it to bloody glasses because I bought some 0.2s to up my strength. You know, this time next year it'd be like milk bottles.
Like mine. It'd be like me. Clinically nearly blind.
Yes, that's it. I am slightly worried about my eyesight, that's why I keep getting a test every year. And he says, "No, keep going as you are." Like, really, I can't actually see. And who said that? But
Yeah.
History is something like the metal was released to the market as aluminium first, then the name caught on, then very soon after it was renamed aluminium or aluminum, or whichever way round you want it. So both are correct. Okay.
That's the answer we like.
Is that the answer? Fair enough. As long as everyone's happy.
Yeah. Pronounce how you want.
No, I don't know what you mean. It looks nothing like Danger Mouse, Frank. That's a horrendous rumour that went around about that one.
What's that?
When we were designing the logo, they're saying it looks just like the Danger Mouse logo.
What?
Never.
Flooring Models logo looks like Danger Mouse logo.
Does it?
This is true. To be honest, when we were designing that logo, me and Matt were sat here doing a Skypey thing like this. And I said jokingly, and it was a joke originally, like the Danger Mouse logo would be quite cool. Or you said it, wouldn't it? And then I literally just drawed it very badly onto something. And then Matt's mate did it. But it was like, we've gone with it and done it. The first colour was a little bit wonky because I've got the original mug somewhere with the original colour.
I've got an original mug.
Which was the original version. Yeah, that's it, with that pale one. Yeah, with the pale blue.
And then we changed it to a bit.
And then
more
we changed
brighter.
it to the bit more brighter blue. Yeah, but yeah. So
yeah, it works, doesn't it?
I don't know what you mean. I've never seen Danger Mouse.
No, don't get it in this. Don't get it in this country, do you?
I'm too young.
Yeah, right. I managed to watch the originals and the reruns because of how old my daughter is, so I've seen them all.
It's gone through the lot. Yes, the Magic Factory figures. I haven't actually unsealed them properly yet. They're just in here because I was going to do a little bit of a mini review with it. So, but they do look nice.
3D printed, aren't they?
They are 3D printed, yeah.
That's what Andy's looking for now for me, aren't you? Have a look, Andy, for a Pratt & Whitney R800 in it for
just thinks exactly what I'm looking for.
An Invader in it and everything else that used them.
Yeah, put everything in there.
Everything you can get them on Cool 3D.
Yes. I mean, print them off. Happy days.
Interesting way of doing it. Okay.
Were you not impressed then, Phil, with that Merlin?
Oh, did you see the windscreen on it?
No, I didn't, to be honest. It's only what came from what.
Oh, right. No, it was awful. To be honest, if you go on CG Trader, there's a nicer one in there and a Black Hawk as well.
Aren't you tempted to try printing one?
What? Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, you've done your Star Wars stuff. Wouldn't it be interesting just
to be honest, I've still got the B-Wing sat down here as well, ready to go. So, yeah.
Yeah, no,
probably.
I meant something not science fiction. I meant actually something,
Yeah. I'll tell you what I do like on there, and it's one on CG Trader as well. It's Firefox. Remember the old Clint Eastwood film?
What, in 24th scale?
You have it whatever scale you like. Yeah, but it is a big one.
Can you imagine that'd be cool, wouldn't it? It'd be massive.
Must think in Russian. But actually, I must admit, I've seen a guy build one on one of the things I follow, one of the forums I'm on, and he's built it, and it's actually pretty cool. And he's rescaled it. He scaled it up a bit as well. I think his is about 1/32.
What's he done with clear parts? Just made his own out of acetate.
Yeah, because it's flat.
It's flat.
Yeah, it's flat like an X-wing, isn't it? So he just literally did the same as I did for the Y-wing, and just acetated it flat onto it and all the rest of it. So, but yeah, no, it's quite cool. But he did a 32nd version because it's designed around a 48th, but he upped it to 32nd, and it is cool.
How big?
Well, monster. It's about that big.
In 32nd.
In 32nd, yeah. So yeah, it's a monster.
A big lump then, isn't it?
But I did think of that one because that's quite cool.
You could probably do like a Blackbird as well, couldn't you? An SR-71 because they're quite angular. That won't be a bad. Yeah, you obviously like you got to think of the clear parts because that's still limited on how well they come out into it, unless you want to make a book and.
To be honest, on my one here, did I print it off? Hold on, I think I've got it. You actually get a mould. There'll be clear parts. I don't know. I've got it now. I've got the frame in. Hold on, that's one frame. There's the other frame. Yeah, you've actually got internal framing for it, and I don't think I've actually printed it, or I can't see it, but you actually get a mould, so you print it off, the mould for it, and then you do the back form over the top of it, or just heat it up and then pull it over it and plunge mould it to do the clear parts for the B-Wing, and then obviously that's the framework which goes on the inside of it.
There's definitely ways around it, isn't there?
So you can get around it. You can plunge mould. It's obviously, you're okay as long as you get framing work and stuff like that, because you can get away with it then. But without it, it's a little bit, not brilliant. But that one comes with a plunge mould, so it does say for it, print that off, heat up the acetate sheet, which you can buy thin sheets of it. I think this is 1/2 mil thickness, clear. Heat that up and then over the top. So
it's a bit of a skill in it without knackering them up, though.
Well, it's all right. I know a man. I know a man. It's all right with a backform machine. So I always pop down and see him and say, "Can you do one of these?"
Real quick. You need one of them little dental backform machine things.
Yeah.
You get off Evil Bay or wherever, can't you? So very good.
That's what we need. Chris is just saying we need like a hairy stick SIG, but we're going to redo that now and just call it the felt tip SIG.
Yeah, colouring in SIG.
Colouring in SIG.
Colour by number SIG.
So, yes.
I'm going to pick something to, I think a bit of armour like you, probably a small bit of armour. Try it. Be nice.
And people moaned about painting on sprues. You wait.
Yeah, wait for that one. Hey, I'll do it. I'll deal with the hate. I'm used to it.
Look how far we've fallen.
Yes. Yeah, the actual name for those pens, because who says it in there? Rob's just saying that he goes, they think in Hobbycraft they call them water pens. Also, they call them squeeze pens because you can squeeze them to get them to come through.
On Amazon, they call them water refill pens or something like that.
Right.
So
okay.
If you want to look, but yeah, there's loads and loads, so you can. They're not very expensive either. Don't go for a branded name. Just go for a generic cheap one because you're only going to fill it with.
I've got a set of 4 for 300
quid. 100 quid knowing you. Bargain. Are they coming today or tomorrow, Andy?
I've not ordered them yet. I need to order some other bits of them as well.
There you go. This is one. Carl says that we should have a group build for catch-up group builds for all the ones we've missed. So you could finish all your models then in that group build, Andy.
What is it? What, a 12-month group?
So we have a group build as a catch-up thing. So a group build for finishing off all your group builds that you haven't finished.
A 12-month-long catch-up group.
It's never ending, that, is it?
That's not.
To
You're
be
not a
fair,
million miles off the mark, you know, on one of
Oh,
them.
have we got something like that for next year? Well, you weren't here this summer for the discussion for it, so you're on your own with it then.
we never even mentioned it without you.
We didn't even really talk about work when you were down. It was great.
On the radar.
We've got some good ones this year. We've got a couple of members have suggested, and they've made it to they've made the cut.
Oh,
They've made the cut. Do we have a shortlist? Are we going to be announcing it for Floryfest then, are we? Or on the turkey shoot?
We normally do it before Telford so people can do shopping, don't we?
yes, we do. So probably Floryfest would be a good
We'll do
one
it
because
for
that's going to be
Floryfest,
back
so.
end of October, isn't it? This time, back to normal.
Yeah. Back of October, yeah.
Yeah.
Still working on the wording for a few of them, but
Cool.
we have got
right.
a bit of a. Do you know we did the D-Day special?
Mm.
We need to work out if we're going to do another June special. Not
What?
D-Day,
Have
81, but
Have an annual June special.
something
What,
around the D-Day.
Battle of the
anniversary.
Bulge.
That's good, that. Yeah, I don't know. A couple of things to find.
We can do that. We can pop one in because it's quite good doing a nice short one like that.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right, Chris says, any advice on a stuck needle, please? Airbrush needle. Talk about, we actually did this on a show. Obviously, it was a members only show, wasn't it? Was it last week?
Get the nozzle off and bang it.
Week before, I don't know, yeah. Because
Can you get the nozzle off?
Amazingly, all of mine are working.
Bang it on the blunt end, though, not the sharp end.
Yeah.
Make sure you do it.
It's whether you can get the nozzle off, though, isn't it?
Stick to your desk.
Bang it.
So, what I will often suggest with this,
no,
these
mine-
are weirdly, none of my nozzles are stuck, which is
Mine
unlike
is.
me at all. Oh, there you go. Nathan can demo this in a minute. But like we always say, first of all, just drop in some thinners, lacquer thinners, something very aggressive, just down into here, and also brush the nib. All right, just in case. What this will do then, it will go down in the colour cup and it will travel back to the seal, the main seal. All right, that's about here. All right, because that's normally where it's gripping. Sometimes it can be on the needle nozzle bit as well. So a little bit of thinners there, but let it soak for a little bit. And then what you can try and do is, mine's okay. Nathan will demonstrate his properly in a minute. But normally you can't pull it back. So make sure the chuck's dry and try and pull it back. Sometimes it will come back and then it will stick like that. So then slacken off the chuck, let it fall forward, then tighten it up and you can drag it backwards out. All right. Or take off the entire front end, so needle and nozzle, so both of them off the front end. Undo the chuck lots, all right? And then we call it mortaring in the tray. So you just drop it down and then bang it through. And then you can just pull the needle out like that. And that should clear it. And Nathan's now demonstrating.
Just done it.
Is it
just
come
full
through?
of It's
There you
come
go.
out, yeah. And it's just crusty.
Oh,
paint.
look at the crud on that.
Yeah, it's got proper crust on it. Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah,
Give it a lube knife, stick it back in.
yeah. But when you do it, what you do want to make sure you do is don't pull it backwards. Pull it
Yeah.
right the way through the forward, because that crud that Nathan so beautifully showed us, all right, that's around here, if you pull it back, it will tear the actual seals. It will put chunks out of it because it will rip it through. So don't pull it backwards out with a pair of pliers. Go forward. And I was always taught, go forward with an airbrush. You should never pull it backwards out anyway. You always go forward, because otherwise you drag anything that's in the paint bit and down it, obviously in the actual chamber, gets pulled backwards through the seals. And you should never do that. You should always just go one way with an airbrush. All right.
Yeah.
So, but again, so that's it. But technically it's mortaring. You just chuck it in and bang it and whack it out like that.
Yeah,
That will get rid of it. Bit of a tap and all the way through.
because you'd have to
So-
soak it for a while if you can't get the nozzle off, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's it. So again, you've got that thing. If the nozzle, I'll show you back here, gets stuck in the end here, if you've got all these floating ones as well, all right, just take it off and drop it in some thinners and let it soak, and then it will come apart quite easily. So you've got that thing. Also, the other little quick tip is that if you've got no air coming out your airbrush, all right, but your trigger's free, so you're doing this and it seems fine, but there's just no air when you do it, all right, take your nozzle off and then just check. You can see daylight, there's a hole through the end, and then just grab a small cocktail stick, wooden, all right, and then pop in here, all right, and just pop it in, a sharp one normally, and just give it a little bit of a push, because if you get a little bit of paint builds up, there should be a tiny gap all the way around the nozzle. If there's no gap, the air can't get through. But somebody the other day was saying about his needle's free, it's absolutely fine, but when he just pushes down for air, nothing comes out. So anyway, I said to him, just whip it off, give it a push. Anyway, it cured it. It was fine, no problem at all. And so, yes. So,
There you
the back on.
There's an airbrush that don't get used much anymore.
I tell you what, I can't remember last time I used it. Years, absolutely years.
It's retirement, isn't it?
It is, yes. It's been retired to my wall of airbrushes now. So, not when you can have a Fenga Benga. Where is my one? Look.
Where's Andy's that's still in a box that he's not opened?
Mine's still sealed. Do you know what? I bent the needle on mine.
Sealed, but it's still in its box. I'll tell you what though, the box, this is me old one, the boxes are quite nice for
storage.
Storing stuff in.
Solid, absolutely solid.
Yeah.
You pay a tenner for the box.
You would, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's about time we all bought a new one.
A new Fenga of the month.
Everyone go and get a new Fenga. Don't forget, there's links down below.
I bought a new one last month.
Yeah, well, one a month. Never use them, but go.
To be honest, I bent the needle on my one, so I need to replace the needle nozzle. So it's cheaper to buy a new one to go out and try and get a needle nozzle for it. So, but it was 10% off the other day when I was doing it. So now it was down to £21 or whatever. Well, not even that. I think it's £19 something. So, what's today's price on my Andy?
It's crackers, isn't it?
Second, I think they're 21 quid, I think.
Are they £21.90? Yeah.
I don't know how cheap they are, isn't it?
One of the guys says he's got his hands on a Fenga BD 201. What's that one?
What's one of them? I'm not up on Fenga. I only know that one. What's mine? The 180K, isn't it? That I use?
Yeah, FE 180K, yeah.
Yeah.
What was it called? BD 203.
Spray gun.
To be honest, somebody was asking me the other day, was it on one of the live shows we did? But anyway, was talking about have I used their quick detach kits, because they do it, because they're only like £5. And I was like, no, because I've had them for forever and they all work, but I will get one just to see what it's like.
I've got them on all of mine.
Yeah. What, the Fenga ones?
Yeah, because you get like a set of five, isn't it, you get, I think, or 4 or 5. 5, I think you get. And mine were all mismatched.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up buying it. In fact, I bought the set ages ago. It's only recently got around to put it on, but just to make sure they all matched so that they don't leak. Yeah. Because sometimes I was finding that they were leaking it. Yeah, well,
that's the trouble. To be honest, I have got a bit of a leak on one of mine. If you turn it a little bit, it starts to vent.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes when I was holding it, you could hear it sort of like, a bit because of pressure on my hand or something, or.
Need some PTFE tape. They've got these Galeri.
But it's not that. It's not the bit where it joins the hose or joins the airbrush. It's where the join goes together, because they're not the same.
Yeah, I've had that.
The ends aren't quite the same.
Yeah.
It's all like, it doesn't quite seal proper.
So this is that Fenga. Hold on, look at this one. This one's 40-odd quid.
Yeah, it's double the price, isn't it?
Why is that so expensive?
It looks the same to me.
It looks exactly the same as mine.
Is it a BD 180?
Yeah, this is a BD 203.
I don't know.
Why is that so expensive?
I'm intrigued.
Looks exactly the same.
What do you get with it?
You get a slightly bigger colour cut.
Yeah.
But
no. Hey, them Galeri airbrushes?
Yeah.
They've got one It's 29% off limited time deal on Amazon at the minute. So it should be 45 and it's at 32.
Right.
So it's one of them with the interchangeable cups.
Mm-hmm.
Not a set cup. But they're coming down a bit, aren't they? Because they weren't that cheap, were they, to be honest?
No.
I can't see any difference, to be honest, between a Gallery one and one of the finger ones, to be honest.
I think the finger brushes are fine. You can do everything you can do with a finger.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I'll put it in the chat if you want to go off and have a look, because it's got my affiliate code on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff, what's the difference between the BD203 and the
FE.
FE180? Do you know?
The name.
20 quid by the looks of it.
20 quid, yeah. Yeah.
There's little slight differences in the bit at the back where the lock, but nothing substantially different, is there?
You can't tell me there's like a load of difference. Do you know what I mean?
Everything is different.
Matt will know because he'll buy one because he's into his airbrushes.
Yeah. I can't see the difference at all. It's
Not now. I can just get a finger for 21 quid. That's it. I'm sold.
That's different.
And how many fingers have you got?
2. Because I've got a few other airbrushes as well, and let's be honest. But only the 2, and I do actually use the one of them all the time. It's really, yeah, good airbrush for the money. Bargain.
You have a few.
I have actually, because I bought them back
Like
from work
his
when I
shoes.
moved.
I found the BD180.
Just go away. So
I found the BD180 on Amazon for 30 quid.
Mm-hmm. And what was it? 40 odd quid, was it?
From that site, yeah.
Not Amazon.
Hold on, chat. I'm getting it for you. There it is. Okay. So.
Oh no, it's a BD302. They all look the same. I don't understand.
They do look the same.
There you go. That's the code then if you do want one. 20 quid. Best airbrush you can pay for 20 quid. To be honest, it's really good stuff.
Yeah, because we weren't expecting much, were we? Let's be honest. When we first ordered it, we were expecting, oh god, this is going to be a terrible airbrush for £21. But actually, it's not. I feel sorry for them in the US because they can't get them, or they're really expensive, aren't they?
Yeah.
No, that's it. Right, just to answer this question, because I've been asked a lot this week as well, and I've got a few last week about Flooring Models wash availability in Australia. To be honest with you, because some of you have said about finding a stockist out there and all the rest of it, I will say this because we've had this before. If you want to be a stockist of Flooring Models, you need to take on the entire range. And that's the reason I say this, is purely because I've had it before where other people have said about they want to take on the wash, but they only want to take on a few of the colours. Then I get about 1 million emails saying, why are you only selling so many colours in Australia? So it's not me, it's the stockist. He doesn't want to take on the whole range. So now I say, if you want to take on Flooring Models, you want to be a stockist of it, that's fine. Just stock everything though. So take all of the thick and all of the thin washes. That's all I ask. It's the only criteria. So if you are thinking about it, that's literally it. But I do get a lot of people thinking, but it's very expensive. Well, that's fine. But don't forget, you can buy direct from me. So if you are in Australia, you can get it to me. It takes about a week to get there. Unfortunately, shipping is expensive. But if you bought like a set of Flooring Models washes, it works out not too bad at all. But if you buy one bottle, it costs like 20 quid to get it. It's ridiculous, you know. But if you buy 8 bottles of wash, it costs 20 quid to get there. It's just because of the weight thing and the various is. So expensive if you buy one bottle, but if you buy a few of them, it's fine. Don't forget, just go in there and play with it a bit, add and take away, and it'll tell you what the shipping costs are. But I lose physically on every order going to Australia on the shipping, because it doesn't cover the full cost of the shipping normally. But as I say, I don't mind biting the bullet, because obviously if you buy the full set, we make a little bit more money and it all just balances it out. But sometimes we have people, when they buy one bottle of wash to go to Australia, it weighs 100 grams, but it's going to cost 18 quid to get it there. but you can have a full set and it'll cost you 20 quid to get it there. So again, it's one of those things that bounces it up, but it's not us making money on postage or ripping people off and all the rest of it. It's literally, it is what it is. It costs what it is. And I can't ship it out and lose money on it, you know? So unfortunately, that's the way it is. The golden age of cheap postage. I remember back in the day when I used to do free postage worldwide 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Because it used to cost, you know, you'd be able to send, 8 bottles of wash, say, to Australia and it would cost £5, you know? So you could do it. Nowadays, unfortunately, that is very much long gone.
Greed.
Yes. But Anthony, if you want, just go onto the site. You know, they're on offer at the moment, 25% off. That will cover then your shipping cost almost. You know, you're going to save yourself a good chunk of cash on that one. What's everyone's favourite scale? Well, Matt's turned into 24 scale nowadays.
Big. 32nd and 24th by look.
32nd aircraft. That's all he does now, considering he used to do figure painting. Then it was just armour. That's it now. He's gone completely the other way for the biggest things possible.
Figure here, look, there's a figure. Kind of. Even the figures might be growing. Now
yeah, it's going to get bigger.
It'll be 24 scale figures. Yeah. I like the bigger stuff, but like Phil will testify, it's actually when they're finished, what you do with them. I mean, what are you going to do with the Halifax? What's that? Where's that going?
Well, this will be a wall hanger. She will sit very nicely like that.
But what's been retired?
Well, to be honest, I think the B-52 might have to move because the B-52 takes up massive amount. But no, this one's going to be very much pride of place. I'm thinking I'm going to have a bit of a jiggle around here. So this one will go up between the B-17 and the Lancaster because they're all 48 scales. That'd be quite nice. And then I might actually get the B-25 up there as well. So before they've all got to come down for when I move. So
and then start all over again.
Christ knows whether I'll fit down the unit. But then I have been said, because when we're moving in that, the lounge is going to become a snug / officey thing, so they can go in the wall in there. That's the plan.
I think you should have custom built,
display cases, in solid oak.
I won't go that extreme, but so
from the oak panelling that I'm going to have in there, and my fireplace to stand next to.
Like a drawing room or something. Parlour. Is it going to be the parlour?
That'll be where the gentlemen retire after dinner for cigars and talk about politics and things.
You could have some leather Chesterfield sofas and chairs.
That's it, absolutely. You have to wear your little smoking jacket with a cravat. I'll be fine. I've got all my ideas from Keith.
Yeah, look for that. Like going back to the 1920s or something.
That's it. This is where we are. Yeah, 1920s.
Go to an Edwardian parlour.
Yes. Anyway, back to scale.
Cigars and brandy.
That's it. Cigars and brandies, gentlemen. We'll retire. Ladies. So, anyway, Nathan, what's your favourite scale?
Oh, the gentleman's scale.
Oh, he's there very much, yes.
Yeah, I tend to, just because they get off the bench quicker, don't they? And like you said, space-wise, it literally fits in the palm of your hand.
Yeah, but that's what I'd love to do. Like this year, don't forget, I'm only doing small stuff. It went out the window on day one, didn't it?
It's not in your blood to do little kits. I tell you the scale I'm not overly fussed about is actually 48. Which is, I don't know why. I like 72nd, like Nate. I don't mind 72nd stuff, and I like the bigger stuff. And the 48th in between, I'm never that bothered with it. Even though there's loads of stuff in 48 that's really cool. It's got to really take my fancy to want to do it in that scale. But, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I must admit, I suppose from my point of view for work, 48 scale is the perfect size for here. So obviously, like the Halifax, we had trouble in the spray booth, so I ended up doing it over here because I couldn't get it in because it's just too big. So, but normal things like when we're working on this little guy and things like that, that's just about if that's any smaller, you can't see it on camera. That's the trouble you've got. It's very difficult because you have to zoom in there, and then you get a lot of the top of the head stuff going on. So, but yeah, it's one of those things. Cut in mat size.
You what, sorry?
The Tornado in 48, F-16s in 48 are nice sizes. Like the smaller jets are good in 48, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think I prefer 48th, but I do have an appreciation for 32nd. But like I say, it's just the size. In my display cabinets, I can fit one 48th one 32nd in the display cabinet in each thing, or say 3 48ths. So just makes more sense to have 48th.
Yeah, because I like those stackable boxes. You know, we've shown you lots of times the ones that Trumpeter do. They're about this big. Because in there you can get a 32nd World War II biplane in, and I've just about shoehorned the zeros into it as well. But it's perfect for 48 scale normal stuff. You can't get a Tornado into it. Admittedly, it's a little bit long, but I've got a Jaguar in it. I've got Harriers in it. I've got a Sea Vixen over there in one, and I've 48 armor. It's perfect for. So, and obviously they're dust free as well for keeping them. So they're a nice scale to work with. I'm
just looking around the internet at Fenger airbrushes and looking at actual Fenger stores. There's the UK one, which has been linked to, or there's a European one. I can't find anything further afield. I think they've changed the range, you know.
Have they? What?
To BDs rather than FEs.
All right. Oh my God, quick, buy them quick before they stop. Is that what they've done? Is they've changed it from an FE to a BD and charged another 20 quid?
Looks like it.
Well, you know what's happened. The Flory effect has clearly hit them now, and they're thinking, well, these are selling well. We'll up the price.
We'll up the price.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying let's get a few in as a backup, because when it's gone at 21 quid and you back up to 40 odd pound or whatever it is.
I am going to buy I'm going to get a couple of needles and nozzles because, sorry, I forgot who it was, said he bought some and they're great and they're really cheap. So I will get some for it. And then I'm probably going to get the connector setters as well. Get the quick releases.
Yeah.
So, no, that would be all right.
Be a good shout, actually. Jump on them before they go.
Let's have that. Unless the FE range is exclusive to Amazon.
Maybe.
Possibly,
yeah, could be. Yeah.
You know, and hence the price and, you know, stuff. So.
You'd be peed off if you've got a Fenger store and then they're selling the same airbrush with a different name, wouldn't you? And
yeah. I mean, does the BDs look like the FEs then? Is it exactly the same airbrush?
Not exactly.
Looks like it's got a different colour cup and the locking thing down the back. You know,
and the trigger's got like a knurled, texture on it rather than just being
smooth. A couple of circles.
Very
a couple of circles,
different.
Right. Interesting. Any more questions before we wrap up?
1/38 for me. It's an H&I 8 thing. That's why Matt's getting bigger.
As I'm getting blind.
Oh no, he means 1/48. So it's a typo. I think it's his eyesight.
Yeah.
Ironically.
It needs to be bigger a bit. I'll be 1/18 next year.
Yeah, that's it now.
I tell you what, talking of 1/18, I did actually have a look at 1/18 Huey.
Oh right, yeah. Oh, your thingy one.
You know the old Merit kits.
Merit ones, wasn't it? Yeah.
And the 262s and stuff. I did have a look at them. I was like, yeah, they were.
Is take your Fenger journey one more step.
That's it. Well, somebody's just asking about that. What is their budget compressor?
Yeah.
So there you go. Nathan's got it. Look.
And
How much was it?
Version, I don't know.
89 quid, I think they are. I've just had a look when I was looking at Fenger stuff earlier at Amazon.
Yeah, under 100, and there is ones with tanks. I don't go for a tank because the garage isn't suitable for it. You get a lot of moisture. But that cost me, I think, 80 quid with 2 airbrushes.
He's always deal, right?
Works fine.
I will have a look
found-
into it, and I'll probably get one just to have a fiddle. Be good for a review.
I think they're the same as the Iwata.
Yeah.
Well.
I found a Reddit post from 5 years ago asking about the difference between the FD and the BD. FE and BD, sorry.
Mm-hmm. And the answer was?
Nobody replied.
Was anybody on Reddit 5 years ago?
Is Reddit still going, is it?
Yeah, Reddit's still around. These finger airbrushes.
I don't know, weird.
Mm.
As this for a username on a forum, battered sausage. Is that brilliant? Only people in the UK would get that, probably, wouldn't they?
Yes.
I don't know if you get battered sausages anywhere else.
Mm.
It's got to be a British thing, that, hasn't it?
It's got to be, and it's got to be a British thing.
Yeah.
To be honest, Tim's saying that the only thing is the trigger is my complaint. It's not comfortable for long spraying sessions. They bed in. They do get, when you first have them, they're a bit, but like mine now, I've had it for 2 years, and I can't tell the difference between using that, and I do it all the time. Look, they're both laid up. They've both got paint in as we speak. These are both set ready to go. And I literally couldn't tell you now the difference between the PS270 and the Fenga, because they're both pretty much identical in every way. They've both got a, the actual Mac valve on the front works exactly the same. The trigger feels pretty much the same. It's just that this one's 80 quid and that one's 20. So, but again, when you have them when they're new, they're a little bit agricultural, shall we say? So, yeah. The only thing I wish the Fenga had is on the nozzle, it's got a castle cap and it's very tight. It's quite small. I wish it was more like the PS270, which is a ring type and it's a lot wider. So that way you don't get any build up. Because I find that if you're doing a heavy lot of spraying and like priming, you get the beads form on the castle tips at the end. And then you get a little blob and then it'll flick that blob off occasionally. So you have to come along and give it a quick whip round with a brush or with a Q-tip in there just to get rid of it and go again. So that's my only down point to it. If you're doing big spray jobs, and we're talking about hoofing down primer here and chucking on big coats, because it did it on the black when I was doing the black work on this, because I'm literally just flooding it on. It does get the build up and then it was spitting. So quick look, give it a clean. If it had a wider, farther away from the needle, I think you wouldn't get that build up as much. That's my only thing to it. Apart from that, but for 20 quid, I can't actually fault it.
So the Fenga, 20 quid.
Mm-hmm.
The Pro Convoy, free.
Mm-hmm.
Can't go bad.
I know. And you think we started this journey, I've got noisy cricket here, 400 quid. That's it. I've got, look, don't say that. Everybody will want one when they find out I give stuff away. This one here, this is, yeah, that's it. So this one here, I think they're around about 270 quid. And that was my go-to, everyone should have one airbrush years ago. That was my...
I thought the Evo was. The Evolution was the first.
Yeah, the Evo was, but then again, that was the thing. The Evo, I bought brand new back in the day, and it was 60 quid. And then they got all posh and expensive and suddenly turned it up and doubled the price. So, and all the rest of it. So, yeah. So then I went on to this one, and I was telling everyone about these ones. This is the Infinity CR Pluses. Really nice airbrush and all the rest of it. So that's very nice. And then I went stupid and bought really weird ones like the AL, which is the light version of the Evo. So this is the Evo Plus. Very, very nice as well. As especially for weight's a problem. But again, you're near 300 quid for an airbrush. It seems ridiculous. This is for the 2-in-1. I know they do the solo version cheaper. But then you can have all of that, or then you can buy that, which has got 2 needles, 2 nozzles. You get the hose, you've got the kit, you get everything you could want with it, and all the rest of it for 20 quid. And it does the same thing.
Crackers,
and it's crackers. Absolute magic. It's like, the world's gone mad. So
and then you listen to Phil, so then you buy an Evo.
Yeah.
And then you buy the
CR Plus. That's
I can't remember the last time I used either of them.
I know.
I never went down the CR Plus route. I've got to say,
It's a nice airbrush, but
It is a nice airbrush, but yeah, it's nice. And I say I've got, if you want to go down, I've got Iwata's as well, which I still think the trigger on an Iwata is probably the best trigger out of all the airbrushes because it is literally glides. There's no resistance at all. When you pull back for paint, it just is the smoothest airbrush you'll use on all the Iwatas, apart from the cheap ones they didn't make, which come out the same factory, I reckon, as the Procon does, by the way, because I know that factory because I've had dealings with them. So, a certain one in Taiwan,
yeah,
who might make certain compressors that all look the same.
how many people got a Revell airbrush?
Oh no, I've never went down that route.
that's
Never had a
it's only a
Revell one.
Badger though, isn't it? It's a Badger,
Yeah.
whatever it is. I've got a couple of Badger airbrushes. I like my Badger airbrushes.
To be fair, it's not a bad airbrush, to be honest with you. It's just
My Renegade Chrome's all right, and I've got the Patriot. Is it a Patriot or? I don't know. It's in here. I don't know. What's the other one they did? There you go. One of these. What's this? Patriot. Yeah, Patriot. Which is not a bad airbrush, to be honest. It's really weird because the needle sticks out it's not got no cover on it. You have to
All right.
make sure you've got that, or you're going to bend your needle. The cap, protection cap, whatever you want to call it. So, there you go.
and a Tamiya.
Which is
Spray
Iwata.
works.
Which is,
Iwata,
yeah.
We pay Tamiya tax for it.
Yeah, the brand, isn't it?
Probably more expensive than Iwata.
But I'd say, just to end this discussion on this point, whatever airbrush works for you, never get peer pressured into buying one, like I did, clearly everybody. But you find an airbrush that works for you, stick with it, because that's the one you'll have the muscle memory for. And again, it's that thing about holding an airbrush and getting comfortable with it and trusting it, and you know it. When you've got that sort of belief in your airbrush, especially when you're doing mottling and fine camo, you know, that's a little relationship you want to stick with. Don't be drawn into saying, oh, this airbrush does this. At the end of the day, like I've always said, all it does is atomize paint, you know? So you get these new airbrushes coming out and these new companies and all the rest of it. Yeah. Oh, we found a new way of doing it. Have you? You're still atomizing and putting paint out at the end of the day, you know? So whatever works best for you. So if you're in a, Iwata fan, if you're a Procon fan, if you're a cheapo fan, or whatever it is the best airbrush for you. Because again, one thing I've learned doing this the last 25 years and talking about airbrushes is that airbrushes are like cars. You know, it is that thing. Everybody's had a bad experience with one and would never have one again. Yet you'll get another guy and he's never had a problem with it. It's been the most reliable thing he's ever had. And he would recommend it to everybody. So everybody is different when it comes to airbrushes. So yeah, never be drawn down the old party of like going out and getting them and all the rest of it. Unless it's a cheap 20 quid airbrush, because you might as well take a punt.
Matt needs to get his plastic tub out with his airbrushes in.
Yeah. Big plastic tub.
All of them. You need the bigger camera for that.
Spread them all out. I need like a gun cabinet for mine.
Yeah, that's it. You need to have them all done on a wall. Perhaps you have a wall and just have them all on it.
I could actually, yeah. Just, you know, like you got guitar hangers. I could just.
Yeah, that's like, it. Just have airbrushes all on it.
Yeah, airbrushes and just. I could when I move into my shed. I could do that. That's not a bad shout because I'll have a new area for spraying.
Oh, yeah, airbrushes in.
Yeah, I'm gonna have them on. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I could hang them instead of having a paint rack. I'm gonna have my airbrush.
Yes.
Airbrushes that there instead. Not a bad shout, is it?
Actually, that's a very good point. Just to finish up here before we have a quick run round, Rob's saying that Fenger is going to get binned anyway because we'll be using felt tip pens.
That's true.
Good point.
Very, very true. You know, that's it. I don't need any of this rubbish. I just need me crayons.
Yeah.
And I'll be colouring in.
Yeah, that's it.
Think of how much healthier it would be. No lacquers.
They don't smell.
Breathing in.
They don't smell.
Yeah.
Which I thought, alcohol markers smell, don't they?
Yeah, normally. Yeah.
These don't, so you'll have to do the smell test.
I'll give it the sniff.
Give it the
Come back
sniff.
with paint up my nose.
I think your first build to test the markers then, Phil, should
Yes.
be a Dutch F16 where it fades into the orange.
Yeah,
that's
see if
all
you
right.
fade.
Do a faded one. Do the line one. So yeah,
Fade it
no,
from the
that's it.
silver
Just
to from the grey to the
colouring them
orange.
in. I'll be watching Bob Ross for some tips.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. You can't fade very well with them, but you never know. It'll be fine. Hey, they're water-based. If they're alcohol-based, you could probably just thin them into each other. A little bit of a spritz, and then just it'll blend in a bit.
Yeah.
And to be honest though, if the alcohol markers, they normally smell and these don't, so I don't know if they are actually now. I'm beginning to think they're not. They don't. They're obviously acrylic, but yeah.
When's the
Yeah,
Newton
what's
ones
their
don't
medium?
The Derwent ones don't smell.
No,
There's no whiff to these at
But
all.
the Bosca pens.
there's nothing to it.
So don't know. Don't know.
To be honest, my nasal things have been burnt out years ago, so you know.
Yeah, mine aren't brilliant.
Sniffing lacquers my entire life, so probably not
You know
the
what we
best
never
person
tried
to ask.
airbrush wise, Phil? Them battery operated things. Do you remember?
Well, I had my mate, didn't he? He had one, and I did have a go with it. I said it'd be great for priming and for doing figures, you know, base coats and that, because you're doing something that big, it's absolutely fine. But I wouldn't want to do that or something big. So,
What do you reckon for 30-second bigger aircraft?
Oh, that'd be brilliant.
I think you struggle with it a bit. Also, I think the trouble is they're great for base coats and just putting down. Fine, because it's just one. But obviously, if you need to sort of, you know, finesse your airbrush a little bit sometimes for doing camos and things like that, and they don't like finessing. It's more like a single action airbrush, you know?
Okay.
So.
Have you got them up on eBay, Matt? Or Amazon?
No. No.
Quite a few people have bought Fenger brushes.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it, everyone. Hey, look, make sure you use me affiliate. I get around about, I think it's like 16 pence per buy.
3p.
Just need bedding in a bit, don't they? A few uses.
Yeah, it just need bedding in. They're a bit rough to start with, but as soon as you've used it for a few months, it really just smooths in. It's absolutely fine. Phil, are you bringing out some Flory marker washes? That's it. It's what you need to do. Did seriously look in a pen once, a pencil, which pretty much would be identical to Faber-Castell watercolor pencils, and with obviously the AK weathering pencils. It's just a water-based one, so it's the wash in solid state, and do it that way. But to be honest with you, they were going to work out around about I think it was £6 or £7 back then. Can you imagine what it'd be now? Because obviously I couldn't afford to buy 8 million of them and get them at, you know, so many pence each. So because we only wanted, I think it was for an order of 500, I think it was, and it worked out they were like £6 or £7 each, and that was like 10 years ago, probably more than 10 years now. So nowadays they probably would want £20 a pencil, so that ain't gonna fly.
No.
Richard said, Phil and Matt, are you planning still to visit SMC in Eindhoven? Well, I'm definitely there.
Phil, I don't think I can make it, if I'm honest this year. Phil's definitely doing.
We got to stand there this year. We are there. Flory Models Europe is there.
Yeah.
Very good.
So yes. So we'll see you there.
Yes.
Be cool because it's a good show. That I do like it. I've never worked it, but that'll be the other side of the bench. I haven't done that for a while. Crikey, we'll have to get down the gym.
I tell you, a lot of standing, a lot of talking.
I know. Yeah, a lot of talking and demoing and stuff. I haven't done that for a few years.
In a year, done that, isn't it?
Phil, you're going to be testing new pens. Yes, Matt's going to send them down tomorrow or Monday. I'll get them before I go away. I'll do a review of them this week coming. Obviously, I'm out. Last day for me, just to remind everybody, is Friday. So be shutting the shop and the bits and pieces on Friday, not taking on new subscribers or anything else like that from Friday onwards. All right. So, and then obviously if there is problems with subscriptions, don't worry about it. Nothing will kick you out or anything else like that. Just keep going and we'll sort it all out when I get back.
Are we doing a Thursday show then?
Yeah, we are doing a Thursday show.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Everything this week is exactly the same as normal this week, but as I say, I am away for the week. And then obviously I'll be back with you on the Tuesday because I'll have to go to Cornwall on the Monday. See the mother-in-law.
What do you do, Te?
Yes. Very nice. Right, so we have a quick scoot round the store before we leave you all. So don't forget, summer sale is on. So it's pmmodelsuk.com. There is links down below you if you're watching on anywhere at all. In fact, they're down below on everything for that one. So you can just pop down in there. Obviously, we've got 30% off all model kits everywhere. The lot. Blanket sale, 30% off. When's it ending?
When we decide. Like
okay, so it could be ongoing.
The only one it's not is in the special offers, which are discounted because of newness of kits, shall we say.
Right, okay, yeah, fair enough.
Everything else, but I don't know yet. I'll decide later. It's just going to run.
Fair enough.
We'll see how we do.
So, yeah, so anyway, if you do fancy of any of those kits, obviously like before, just to fix it loaded through so it'll know it. There we go. So it's 30% off absolutely everything from kits on the store. We've also got discounts down in here for some of the newer stuff. So we've got obviously the Skyhawks that came in recently. We've got the ICM diorama thing, what you call it.
Yeah.
It comes with the figures, does he?
Everything. The thing in the back, the little...
what's it called?
Sky thing.
Sky
Cessna,
thing. Yeah,
it's a Cessna.
It's a Sky bird dog. That'll do. Bat 21 bird dog. Close enough. That's a counter invader, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a counter invader. I'm
yeah.
sure that's the Sky Master behind it. Well,
is it a Sky Master? It's called. Yeah, the push me pull me thing. Yeah.
Cessna, in it. Yeah. Anyway, that's got a bit of a discount. Obviously, the RAF or whatever you want a version of the Mini Art P47 as well.
Yeah.
And then the Scouts, like I say, Zucchimori Phantoms, a Grand Slam.
Nice. Yeah,
Last of the Buccaneers at silly prices. Only that one left, I think, if it ain't sold. So once that's gone for us as well. We're not getting that back in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's got quite a good discount, and obviously the
Boba Fett thing.
Still, yeah, lots of things. Boba Fett for 20 quid.
Just 20 quid for not the slave.
Bloody hell! Come on, that's a bargain in anyone's world.
And actually, it's a nice kit because don't forget it's the Polish one, so it's got the nice moulding and all the stuff in that one.
Yeah.
Very, very nice indeed. So we got that one down there. If you do fancy some markers, so we've been talking about those a lot today, and you've been seeing them. We've got the markers up there. We sold out. We sold out.
Sold out.
But we'll get some more in. So if you are interested, pop your email address in, and you'll get an email when they come back in stock.
Yeah, it will be soon as well because we're doing an AK order this week coming, so it shouldn't be too long because we need to restock some real colours and some magnet glue and other bits and bobs. Just to quicken as well, while we're on about AK products, we had an AK order that came in with the pens. Yeah. So we've got the acrylic thinners back in and the gloss coats, and also some of the extreme metallics are back in, like the aluminium, polished aluminium and stuff, and also some of the real colour, the new ones, which sold out really fast. So black, I think, is back in. Some of the clear coats as well. And I can't think, but yeah. So there is restocks of AK that now will be ongoing, from now on. Do you know what I mean? So
yes, yeah.
So yes, we're trimming the fat, aren't we, Phil? I think is the word.
Yeah. We're just trying to slim down, like I'm trying in real life. Don't want to be carrying too much weight. We're too old.
Are you still planking?
I am still planking a little. Yes. I've been needing me 6-pack. It'll be fine. I've my beach body. That's it. So
beach body ready.
I've got my beach body. So yeah.
Less than a week.
Although I blame you lot because I did put on like half a kilo when you lot were down. So
why is that our fault?
Because we were eating. Lots.
Yeah, but we did how much walking? It's not like we were sat down doing nothing.
True. We did walk like 100 miles. I felt like the Proclaimers at one point.
Yeah.
So, yes, good job. Right, okay then, guys. We will leave it right there. Thank you very much for joining us today. Absolute pleasure. Back with you on Monday for members. Next part of Halifax will be up with you then. I'll be with you on Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll be live with you all on Thursday night.
Yeah.
And so that'll be quite cool as well. And then say another part of will be up with you for the Lancaster Halifax with you on Friday, and then obviously I'm off for a week. But members, don't panic because then hopefully I have all of this done And then you can watch all of those parts when we're away next week, and then back to it when we get back. So
There you
yes,
go.
good job. Very
Happy
good.
days.
Right. Okie dokie then, people. Thank you very much. We will see you all again very soon. Say goodbye, gentlemen. We're out of here.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.